gets worse. I am Josh, the Dungeon Master and World Builder. We're playing 5th edition, mostly 5th edition, D&D. And with us tonight are Beth playing the totally not necromancer half-elf, Jenny playing Karina, the human cleric rogue, Grace playing the halfling. God, I can't talk. Grace playing Vera, the halfling former crime boss, now crime grandmother, I guess would be the term, and Mary playing Almania, who was a dragonborn and is now a raven person. We are so delighted that you decided to join us tonight. And without further ado, we're going to jump into when we last left our heroes. When we last left our heroes, you guys had journeyed about 6 weeks across the open wilderness with 2 full legions of Freeman soldiers to some place in a very large forest that was previously impassable, to clear out the old home of the Temple of the Moon Maiden. And then you got there. Good job. It's great. And you guys actually fulfilled your entire contract, which was to clear out one neighborhood of the city. You went out, you fought a bunch of things, some guardian spirits, some hobgoblins that had taken up residence, and the world just kind of ended for them before they knew anything was happening. And a couple of strange Lovecraftian-ish tentacled beings. And I think that's where we left off. So, you guys are, hold on, I think I need my calendar. You guys now have a choice. Having finished your contract, you are free to go. There it is. You guys are free to go. You will be given a boat. You can head down the river for several days into the inland sea, and then a few days later get back to Onashur. But all of that is if you can survive the journey. So it is currently the 9th of contact month, and you could do up to 5 more kind of raids to help other parties with their neighborhoods before on the 15th, whoever is still around is going to retake kind of the island that sits in the middle of this river. And then the next day is the actual cleansing of the ziggurat itself. So you guys could head out now, or each raid that you make along with other parties has the potential to get you followers and to find treasure and the like. So I think we'll drop in kind of at the end of this day where you finished cleaning your neighborhood. You kind of dragged all of the corpses as proof that you killed a bunch of stuff. You're all sitting around your fire. At this point, the Legion, you guys have only been here for a couple of days. The Legion has a basic palisade pretty much surrounding the entire area. And most of, they've actually got a double palisade, and you guys are kind of living in between them. So right there's a perimeter that is watched with sentries facing inward, and then there is another palisade about 20 feet out past that one with sentries facing the forest outward. So you guys are all, there's just this big circuit around the city, and you guys are in between palisades, relatively safe. And so what would you like to do? Guth is just chowing down.
Well, I suppose we need a plan, don't we, ladies and gentlemen? Almania, I know you and I are the only ones here, I think, with a time pressure upon us.
You have a time pressure on you.
Yes, we do. We're both trying to reach our families as quickly as possible, and already we've had this delay of the travel. However, I am not suicidal, and I do think we need more help if we're going to go down that river. So I
I'm
propose, yes.
sorry if this is forward of me, but where are you trying to get to?
It may sound like a fool's errand, but Onisher, our home.
Oh, sorry.
I take it you're not interested in coming.
I would actually. I think I might be able to find a bit of business down there, but I understand now why you said you weren't an idiot.
Yes, well, if you're interested, certainly we will now have access to at least the transport, but the security is going to be the issue. So, Amani, what do you think?
I agree. I think we should. It'll be easier to get there and maybe solve our problems if we have some people to help us. So I say we should stay and fight a little bit more and see who we can get to come with us.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I know earlier you expressed, and many of you had, some interest in going into the ziggurat itself.
Yeah, personal reasons, but yes, if
Right.
we can have time for that, it could be helpful, could be useful.
Right. Again, my only concern is that's what didn't listen to the date. 5 days out, however far it is. But we've waited this long. What's done is done, and we can wait longer if that's what we decide to do.
Yeah, let's start with getting people to help us,
Right.
and then we can decide past that.
Agreed.
Good.
How many people were you guys thinking for this trip? Like, how many is it going to take to actually be safe and survive?
I don't really know.
You guys do know that there are the boat can hold 15 medium creatures comfortably.
Mhm.
You can overstuff it, certainly.
We're going to need some powerful allies here. I mean,
Agreed.
Karina, what do you think? Have you ever made any journeys like this?
Well, 'twas a step from my city to the Vraven Empire, of course, but we traveled light and fast with a group of adventurers, yeah. So
perhaps the answer is as many as possible.
I think that would be wise, you said you're from Onisher, right?
Yes, born and bred.
Excellent. Do you know if there's any way of getting across the sea? You see, my father, he runs a cobbler's shop, and he's been having a bit of difficulty exporting his wares ever since the bloody great moon happened. So it would be nice to be able to reestablish some sort of trade.
Can I insight check her about the cobbler thing really fast?
Yeah, go for it.
Having just seen what she can do in combat, she doesn't strike me as a cobbler's daughter. Dice. 19.
Seems to be telling the truth.
Really? Okay, so it wasn't like cobbler who has stuff that he needs to bring across the ocean, because that's where Vera's mind went immediately.
I don't know what all of this was about, but what she seemed, what she said, you're pretty confident you can take at face value.
It's completely true.
Oh, shoes, is it? Nothing else?
Aye, just the shoes. I mean, occasionally a belt or two, perhaps a knapsack every now and then if we're lucky.
Oh, and where is he? Where does he live? Your father?
I remember, of course, the name of my own town, but the person who's explain me at the moment doesn't. So,
Comarin.
Comarin, that's it.
Well, I must say that
The combine.
that my own interests lie in opening the ocean pathway equally, of course. Currently, I'm afraid there's only one route that we took ourselves, but it is now in the hands of the Remans. So your father would have to do business with, shall we say, monopoly?
That'll go well for him.
Yes, for me too, I assure you.
What sort of business is your family in then, if you're so eager to reestablish the trade routes?
All sorts, to be honest. We have a varied portfolio, shall we say?
Indeed. Just because I have some of my own instincts about Vera, I'll just begin to gently make some comments about the weather. And basically in Thieves' Cant say, I know your type.
Oh, darling, I say back in Thieves' Cant too. You have no idea what type I am.
Vera, you get what? Actually,
So I've done a lot of trade across everywhere.
Vera, give me a history check.
History. It is true. Most of my stuff was with the Dragonborn, not the Combine. Nope.
Vera, she's talking about the weather, and it's super weird. Like,
Okay.
the transition wasn't even terribly smooth. Can
Can I read that was weird? Yeah, can I read that was weird though?
You start to think maybe you guys got too close to a really sensitive topic. And she just changed the course of the conversation.
Okay. I start nattering on about the weather too, but actually about the weather.
And it's making no sense to me, and I'm confused as all get out.
Yeah.
No, I start doing the sort of the little old lady rambling, trying to put you off.
All
So
right, then.
Manya and Cho, they just kind of start rambling about the weather.
I'm playing.
Maybe I don't know as much as I thought I did. All
I
right.
start going on about how when the rain gets out, it messes with my cookie dough and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Which is the God's honest truth, the dead God's honest truth.
I'm playing my lute.
All right. For these 2 days, Elmania, you're still at a -1 to your con, correct?
Yes.
So
Left or something.
you've got 1 week to go on that.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me performance checks for the last 3 days. So give me 3 performance checks
Okay.
and tell me if any of them meet or beat 20.
Why is my performance at +3? What happened? Oh, hold on. There we go. Okay. Performance. There's 1. There's 2. And there is 3. Okay, 19, 14, 18.
All right, you're not gonna knock any more days off of your time.
Rude.
It was close. It's good music. You don't quite kind of reach that just full body relaxing. I imagine for Almanya that like when she plays really well, it's like spending an hour doing yoga. Where like you come to the other end and you're just like
I'll lose. And you're like, oh, this is so nice.
you don't quite get to that level.
Yeah.
But it's definitely good. You find over the course of several nights that like nearby squads kind of inch their tents every day a little bit closer to where you guys camp. The converters come through and bust their ass over regulations, and it's just this kind of interplay that happens around you.
It's a lot of like fun music. It's nothing like ethereal, but it's like it's common, fun, like folk tunes. You know, good campfire music. You know, stuff that people are like nuts, like want to join in.
I mean, they just spent 6 weeks at on a forced march, so their standard is pretty low, and you're really good. All right. Well, while Karina and Vera are having this weird, awkward conversation about the weather, and you're not sure why a conversation about the weather is awkward, but it really is. George comes over, wearing his like temple emblazoned armor, right? Swords all over him. Anybody who wants to can give me an insight check.
Okay.
I'll get in on that.
I'm not
By
good
the
at
way, we kidnapped George on this very folding boat, so I think it's a nice little.
Oh my god!
It all comes full circle.
That's amazing.
19.
Okay, Almanya with a
I'm still
19
flummoxed.
and Vera with a 15. He seems really nervous. And you guys haven't spent a whole lot of time with George. You've never seen him nervous before. And he just kind of like comes over to the fire and just like kind of quickly sits down, like waits for a pause in the conversation.
Young man, yes.
Oh, yeah, I'll just, thought I'd come over and sit down.
Want to join as I'm strumming a few chords?
Oh yeah, no, it's lovely.
What's up? You're looking a little tense today. How's it going?
Well, it's a little thing. My priestess, Callista, she
Your wife, yeah.
wanted me to come talk to you. Well, this she didn't ask this is my wife. She definitely told me to do this as my priestess. So
Different tone, I understand.
Actually, no. The one is very much like the other.
I find it better to keep it separate.
Oh, that's fair.
She just so earlier today you were fighting, you were doing your thing, and you kind of blew up a couple of buildings, and personally, I'm all for it. And he reaches in and pulls out like a small Granado, what's it called? Fuse and everything, and just like tosses it hand to hand and puts away. He's like, yeah, I'm all for that kind of thing, but this is kind of our home, and we want it cleared. We don't want it destroyed.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were, just kind of going full force. So I kind of set something on fire. I'm sorry.
Yeah, oh, of course, do what you got to do to live, but if you could avoid blowing up any other buildings, that would be.
Sure, I'll try. Yeah, do my best.
Oh, all right. And you watch as just kind of all of the tension just kind of runs out of him, and he takes a couple of deep breaths. Right. So, what's the plan?
We stand like horrible anxiety when given responsibility.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give you with the 19, right? This is a guy who has never held a position of responsibility in his life, now being told to tell somebody, like to discipline somebody and tell them they can't do it that way. And it's really hard.
I so feel that. I feel that, George. Yeah, we're playing some music, and then we're going to go and help some more people, clear some more areas, see if people want to join us on our little quest, and then maybe, hopefully, go into the ziggurat and, meet a goddess or something like that. So this should be fun. This is going to be great.
How could you stick it around? That's great news. Callista told me that you particularly wanted to see the sanctuary.
Yeah.
I've never been there. Don't know anything about it. I'm sure it's fantastic. I'd love to come with you guys. Probably won't be allowed, but I'm working on it.
Hey, you got this.
I mean, we're in a forest, but my background is in boats. And this place kind of stinks. So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Open, wintry areas. So I feel it. Yeah, I feel it.
I'm sorry, the first part of that got cut off.
Oh, I said I'm more used to open and sort of wintry areas, so I feel it.
Yeah. He kind of looks back at the ziggurat and just kind of this ruined city. Place is kind of boring. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff to kill, but it's a big stone building. You don't go anywhere. Anyway, glad to see you sticking around. I'll maybe catch you on the plaza or in the ziggurat when all the shit goes to the fan. He just kind of pops up and heads off through the camp. He stops like 15 feet away and joins in a dice game. just kind of immediately loses where he was going.
I love him.
Yeah. If there's nothing else that you guys wanted to do this evening, we can head into the next day.
Can I just really briefly take Armania aside super fast?
Sure.
Armania, darling, just maybe as other people are going to bed or whatever. I know this may be putting the cart before the horse, but your brother is probably not an Onisher anymore, is he?
No, he's definitely not going to be there.
Yes. And I was thinking about our conversation several weeks ago now about Plan Z. And I don't know, I like to think in terms of steps. And for me right now, step 1 is get back to my family, assess the situation, perhaps find a way to get them out. But I'm wondering what step 2 is. And I want to know what your step 2 is going to be.
My step 2 is going to the hegemony and getting my brother back. And if you will help me do that, then I will help you with whatever harebrained scheme you have, whatever plan you need to get done. But he's there in my place, and that's not going to do. So as soon as we get back to Onisher, I am going to the hegemony, and I would welcome your help with that.
I understand. I understand. I'm sure you can understand that I can't commit to anything until I know what my situation is. But it is also true that your brother was rather key to Plan Z, he being in possession of the transporter.
Yeah, I don't know if he has it with him or if he left it at my house.
Yes. So we will find out, but it's good to know what you want.
Yes. And yeah, I have to go, whether anybody is coming with me or not. But
I understand.
I don't know if it's true, but I might be on a tighter time frame than you are. The trials have a definite time to them. There's a definite beginning and a definite end. And if we can get there and invade in some way, sneak under the dead of night, which I know that you are excellent at, and get him out.
Well, you haven't met my boys.
I would relish the chance to meet all of your boys and have them help me launch a sneak in, sneak out raid on the hegemony to get my baby brother out of the trials before anything happens to him. But Ma, that needs to happen really soon after we get back.
I understand. Quite simply, I don't know my timeline. One of my only girl, she's gone, and I don't know. But I will find out. I can promise you that much. And again, we'll help each other.
Yeah.
Who knows where she is, if she's in that direction. But let's just say that my family has some history with the hegemony. that perhaps there are some schools they might be interested in settling.
I mean, I'm not entirely expecting us to go toe to toe against the entire hegemony. No offense, but I grew up in and out of the consulate, and it's not exactly the friendliest of places. And they're fairly dangerous people. But if we can get in, do minimal damage, but enough that you feel like you've satiated some revenge, that's cool. And if any of my other siblings are there, even my stupid, dumb asshole sister, Talsha, I just need to get them out. Lisa could probably handle his trials just fine. Talsha probably could too, but I'm worried about Endon.
Right. Josh, could I actually ask a question? In the family's dealings with getting people out of the hegemony, do we have any information about, I think I might have asked this before, about how that works and sort of what the port situation is and more details about that?
Yeah, it pretty much you can only do it during really the summer and fall months, because otherwise there are no caravans really at all.
Right.
Mostly it has to do with sneaking people really into boxes, and getting them out through caravans.
Right. Well, Almonia, let's simply say that some people I know have had a little bit of experience getting people out of the trials intact. Well, mostly intact. So, we'll see what we can do, perhaps.
I'll owe you if you can help me get them out. And if I can just repay that by helping get our families to Plan Z through a step-by-step process, then so be it. But I will help you with whatever you need if you can help me and get my brother back.
I just hold out my little tiny hand for a handshake.
I take it in my funky, thin-fingered, like little claws, lots of feathered hand.
That's weird.
And then go, yeah, I'm still gonna need some knitted hand thing to keep the feathers out of my fingers.
Well, that I can manage. So, talk to me again, perhaps when we've got some quiet on the boat.
Yes.
And I shake your hand.
Yes.
It's a deal.
It's a deal.
Tit for tat.
A ladies' agreement.
Alrighty.
All right.
So while they were having this conversation, Karina just would go over to Shoji and say, so what's your deal then? What do you do? I mean, besides blow things into smithereens pieces, of course.
Oh, that's so much fun. I'm interested in medicine, actually. I've been training with medics. I'm not a professional, but I aspire to certain things that I enjoy. And I don't know. I just find myself with this group, and they're very interesting. I don't think I've ever been with people who are so strange and fascinating. So I'm just kind of sticking around. I think it's smarter to be with a group you can rely on, than just whoever happens to pass by.
So you
That's my
haven't always
idea.
been with them then?
What's that?
So you haven't always been with them then?
No, actually, it's kind of recent. We met in an unfortunate way, but we fought together and had some experience, and I feel like these people are very good compared to the people I'm usually around.
All right. Well, that's nice then. I hope that you start eating a little bit better, because clearly you could stand to gain a few pounds, I think.
I get that a lot. Sometimes my work just carries me away. I get distracted. But yes, actually, these recent time with this group, I've been eating much better. You should try moss cooking. It's delectable.
I heard the Legionnaires talking about it.
Yeah,
All right.
it's
Well,
true.
if you ever need anything, Karina is at your service.
Oh, I appreciate that. Well, likewise. I'll
I don't
be
believe I
supportive.
caught your name, love.
Oh, you can call me Sho.
Oh, all right.
My name is Shoji, but I go by Sho.
All right.
Hmm.
That's nice then. And I'll just get out my pipes and start playing.
Oh, yes.
You and Almanya kind of start a performance. Okay. Day 3, I think, of cleansing Mindonathil. Who has not given me an encounter roll yet?
Did I do it last time or did you, Jenny?
I did.
Okay.
Unknowingly.
I think three people rolled last time. I don't remember who it was. I know Vera did because at one point you raised your hand for something unrelated, and I made.
No, that was me.
Oh, that was you. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll do it.
Okay. Mary, go ahead and roll 2d10. And re-roll a 2, a 5, or a 20. A 4.
Both of them were 2s. So.
Alright.
I think he meant a total of 2.
Oh, I apologize. So then just the 4. I was like,
yeah.
we're 2s, Josh.
Sorry, add them together and re-roll it if you get a 2, a 10, or a 2, a 5, or a 20. Okay. And
Doing me a heckin' disconcern, but that's okay.
so you guys proceed into a so far untouched neighborhood, and kind of one of the other Jaeger parties kind of heads off to in one direction. You guys head off to the other, and you start creeping through the buildings.
May I scout ahead as before?
Well,
And I will be right there helping her.
Can I get a marching order? So again,
Yeah.
Karina and Vera up front.
Rogues in the front. In fact, Karina, it worked rather well, I think, last time. We're in front, and then we can split up and flank.
Absolutely. Let's see.
Perhaps before we split up, we need to come up with some form of communication. As in, when we're scouting, they need to know we've sighted danger. They need to know where to go. We should have signals.
Agreed. Well, it also, what do you think about having a decoy? So what if we have one of us that looks like us but isn't us, that goes ahead, walks ahead to kind of draw the fire?
Well, ladies first. I don't think I'd volunteer for that.
I invoke duplicity and a second self appears right beside me.
Ooh, that's a neat trick.
If we're talking about that kind of thing, I actually have an ability to summon a familiar, if that's helpful at all. I'm sorry, I didn't really think about
please,
that.
we're all together now. Do you have the ability to see through that familiar's eyes, to use it as a scout? Because that could be a wonderful messenger, as in we could go ahead with it and then send it back as needed.
Yeah, no, you
Right.
cannot do that with my duplicate. She can't talk or anything like that.
But she is very useful. We can send her even just 20 feet ahead of us. Or perhaps bring her up when she's needed.
Yeah, well, she only lasts for a little bit.
Right. So perhaps bring her up if we see someone and we need a distraction.
Kind of regretting summoning her now.
Sorry. Okay.
Oh, we continue to talk.
So duplicate Karina goes ahead of you guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
I suppose it's a little too late. I can summon a familiar.
I think that takes like 10 minutes, Beth.
Oh, really?
The casting time for familiar is actually an hour.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, never
but my,
mind.
but my thought is we're having this conversation back when we're all together before we've set
Yeah.
out, because I want to clarify rules of communication here.
That's what I was going to say. So if and like the duration, like it doesn't go away until you dismiss it or it dies, I think.
Ooh.
Well, even after you dismiss it, you can recall it
Right.
with your action.
But Shoji,
That's intriguing.
what does your familiar look like?
Oh, it's
Oh,
a
you gotta
cat.
give him a name.
So
It's a
if you take
cat.
an animal form you choose, so a bat, cat, crab, frog, hawk, lizard, octopus, owl, poisonous snake, fish, rat, raven, or spider, or weasel, or some other similar creature.
A raven with your aesthetic.
Actually, yeah, Raven sounds good. I think the flight would be very useful. Yeah.
Okay. You have a raven
cool.
familiar. Would you like to name it?
I'm gonna call it Raven.
Show's a very practical person. Show and I see eye to eye on this.
Lemons, I did.
And does the familiar do the thing where you can look through its eyes for like a mile or something? I forget what the. Awesome.
The-
This is
While it's
awesome.
within 100 feet, you can use an action to look through its eyes. You can communicate telepathically, and you can actually cast spells through it. You could
Oh,
send your
So
somewhere.
cool.
cast a spell, and the raven would be considered the origin point of the spell.
Oh, that's fantastic.
This is the coolest
should
thing
have been
ever.
using this. Oh my gosh.
So
Wow.
mark off a level 1 spell slot.
Okay.
Um,
I still need appropriate spell slots in this thing.
So if you look at your action sheet, oh yeah, there you go. Oh, you don't have enough spell slots. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm gonna have to go in and reprogram the not necromancer, and make sure that it's functioning correctly. Okay, so duplicate Karina, Vera and Karina. What order are you two in?
Well, actually, can we talk briefly though how we might be able to use Raven here? Because there's sort of two options. We can either send Raven ahead of all of us and have it be telepathically connected to Show, or we, the scouts, can take the Raven with us and have it be telepathically connected to you, so we can communicate through the Raven at least 100 feet ahead. As in, we can just talk to the Raven with you in it and say, okay, we've got this many guys, do this, and then like send the Raven up in the sky to keep scouting. And that could be kind of cool too.
I'm open for whatever y'all want.
Using the Raven as a telephone, as a walkie-talkie to you.
Yeah.
The one thing is that while Beth is in the Raven, she can't be present as herself.
Right,
Like,
but
she
she
doesn't
can
have
snap
her
back.
own senses.
She will not
Right.
be able to hear or see anything
Right.
where you guys
So we
are.
can't actually relay messages through her.
Oh, wait a minute.
I mean,
But if
she could basically every 6 seconds, she could go look for 6 seconds, come back,
Yeah.
look for 6
Yeah.
seconds, come back.
But I mean, if we talk to the Raven who has her inside of its mind and say, okay, there are 6 hobgoblins, go
Oh,
right.
So Show can relay
She'd
that
have to come
information
back.
to us, but we can't, while she's in the Raven site, we can't give her information to tell the Raven. She has to snap out of it.
Please.
Right.
6
But
seconds.
I think what I'm meaning is that we have the Raven with her on our shoulder, and we can tell Show what's
Oh,
up, and then
because
she can
she would
snap
be the
back
Raven.
into her stuff
Oh,
behind.
I
Yeah.
see. So we're
So
taking
essentially, we've got Show with us inside the Raven as we go ahead, and then can snap back to her body behind. This is so cool,
I got
guys.
that is cool. I see what you're saying now.
Yay.
It's a walkie-talkie.
Okay, so what's happening?
Duplicate ahead. Karina, do you want to go first since you can control the? I mean, we can be close to each other.
Yeah. It will be like duplicate by 60 feet and then me.
And can you
I'll
see
be
through
on
the?
the opposite side. No. I can
Okay.
see. I'll be on the opposite side, and I am sneaking. The duplicate's just walking.
Okay.
Okay.
And Shoji and Almanya, where are you guys?
I'm in the back.
Are
Um,
you
You
sneaking,
guys
Vera?
stay back. Yes. And I'll
Bless
have Raven on my shoulder or somewhere near where I can talk to her.
And
Him?
okay, so
Her?
the Raven. Oh, I see. So Vera's got the Raven, and you can at least relay information to Shoji. She just can't really help. And then Almanya, you're gonna have to be basically like right next to Shoji because she's blind and deaf right now.
That's fair.
So we can send the when Vera's ready to go, she can communicate that to Shoji through the Raven, and then Shoji can snap out of it and do her
Snap
thing.
back. Exactly.
So Shoji, my question for you is: are you default looking through the Raven's senses, or are you waiting for something and then you might look through?
I'll be looking through the Ravens because they're gonna know first what happens. So I'll be waiting for them to give directions or for something to happen. And then
Right. And then also, if we need aerial surveillance, then we can send you up to go look, and you can come down to us, and then we can talk back to you.
Guth is going to be in the very back.
And Vera, I will bless you so that you can roll with advantage on your stealth.
Thank you.
Go ahead and everybody give me stealth roll.
Oh, I'm surprisingly okay at stealth.
How did my stealth suddenly go down a lot?
Did you click on your stat box thing where it says Dex and it doesn't have just like a blank line in it? That happened to me with my charisma.
No, because my stealth should be plus proficiency, and it's not currently listed plus proficiency.
Oh, weird.
It's just saying +4. It should be +7.
Just click the star next to stealth, and that will give you proficiency.
That would be double proficiency. This doesn't make any sense. Wait, what just happened? Yeah, because that's not right.
Okay.
'Cause my stealth should be 7.
It's not adding your dexterity for some reason. Oh no, it's not adding
Yeah.
your proficiency bonus.
Right. Should I just click it as double proficiency? Because then it's right.
No, just add the number that you know it is. Just roll the d20 and add the number you know it is. I'm wondering if this week's update just messed something up because I haven't changed anything since last week.
Right. Because yeah, if I click double proficiency, suddenly it's correct. So I might just leave it as double proficiency and go back and fix it later. Okay, stealth.
And Shoji, you are blind and deaf, so please roll with disadvantage.
Ooh.
Oh my God, Vera. Okay, so Shoji, just a straight 9. Okay.
oh, but please also add 2.
Add 2. Oh, okay.
So it is 11. That's
Total-
not bad.
total 11. And Karina, you rolled 13.
Yep.
You rolled a 3, and you still get a 13.
Rogues, man.
And Almanya and Shoji, by how much are you trailing Karina and Vera?
Oh, like 25 feet back, maybe.
Okay, 25 feet. Okay. Okay. Almanya, what is your passive perception?
That is an excellent question. Let me check. Passive perception is 13.
13.
Yeah.
As you guys are creeping along, you don't hear anything, but something makes you turn around, and Guth is gone.
What?
And I need everybody to roll initiative.
No.
I don't like this.
Crap
No,
bastard.
And Guth didn't like yell or anything. He wasn't like, ah.
Nope.
Come on.
Ooh, Almanya, dang. I love how we were all like so planned that something would be ahead. Come on.
25 to 20.
Almania's at 21.
Oh, I am.
21.
Sorry, I rolled a 19, so I thought I was at 19. Or at 18. 21.
Okay. Karina and Almania.
Karina's at a 14.
Oh no.
Oh, so you were saying for Almania. Got it.
Yeah.
20 to 15.
Sorry,
15 to 10.
14.
13.
14 for
11.
Karina. 13
11.
go. 11. Cool.
You
Okay.
roll good.
We're gonna do some things then. Definitely hits. Run. Oh shit. Okay.
That's not a good sound from a DM. But at least we have an awesome raven now. This is the coolest thing ever. It's the aesthetic is just so awesome.
Yeah, I don't know why I haven't been using it earlier. I just really, I'm not familiar with its functions. Just like, oh, okay, maybe that'll be useful sometime. I want to spy or something, but
No, it's super good. I love it.
Okay. Almania, it's your turn.
Okay. Can I use my? I don't know. I don't have anything specific. Can I just kind of look around? Can I try and observe the area, roll perception or something?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Okay. 14.
You don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, you guys are in a bunch of ruined buildings. Stone has fallen again. There is any wood or any other non-stone organic material that would be used in construction is completely gone. There's vegetation all over the place.
I'm going to burn one of my bardic inspirations and do Mantle of Inspiration and give everybody 8 temporary hit points.
Okay.
If any of you want to move, you can use your reaction right now to move up to your entire speed. Sorry.
Okay.
So as
Almania, you light up. Vera, with a passive perception of 19.
yeah, so let's see. Do I realize?
You definitely notice like the like dancing lights from her mantle of inspiration, kind of scattering across the ground near you. I'll say that's enough to make you kind of look back. You see Almania like wreathed in her just colorful feathers. She's got that just that long runic spear of just kind of golden dark light. Almania, are you doing anything else? Vera has looked back and seen you. And you're just so you know, your stealth is ruined.
I know. Yeah.
Okay.
Like glowing white. Like my feathers go like albino white and there's like gold and green coming off of me. I know I have no stealth at all.
And what's the temp HP on that? Is it 8?
It's 8, yeah. Everybody has 8.
And can I take that reaction?
Do you have to see somebody to give them those hit points?
Ooh.
I don't think so, but let me check.
Yeah, check the ability real quick and let me know. In the meantime, yeah, actually, it's still her turn, so anybody can take that reaction movement if you'd like.
I will. Can I still do that and stay stealthed, though?
Yes, but you'll be at half speed.
Okay, and I think my speed is wrong on this. It says I'm 25, but I thought I was up to 30 with my unarmored movement.
Okay.
It should be 35, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Why
It
is
was
it?
supposed to add 10.
So
Yeah,
I wonder if the update like reset her to what she used to be or something.
yeah, I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to. I'm gonna have to come back through. Yeah, it's 35.
All right, so I'll loop around and come back slowly. That whatever 15 plus feet.
Okay, so you're about 10 feet away from Almania. Karina
Yeah.
and Sho, did either of you want to use yours?
So my passive perception is 13. What have I noticed?
Not enough, and Vera was behind you. So as far as you know, you're just continuing to stealth forward.
Then I'm not gonna
Oh.
move.
That's a good point. Was Karina, because we're staying pretty close to each other.
But
Was
I am a
she
little
within
bit
like
ahead of you.
yeah, was she within touching distance?
I guess yeah, she could have been. You want to
Yeah.
like tap her before you?
Can I tap her shoulder and just gesture back, and then I'll go back.
Okay, so yeah, Karina, you look back
Okay,
and you.
Then I'll move.
and Josh, it is people that I can see within 60 feet of me.
Okay, but you only if you can see them.
Yes.
Cool,
Then that
cool.
wouldn't be us.
All right, Almania, anything else with your turn? Vera and Karina are looping back to you.
Okay. No, that'll be it.
Okay, Karina.
So with my, let's see, I will bring the duplicate back. That's my bonus action to move her, I think.
How far can she move
120 feet.
with a bonus action?
Yep, I think so.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, she's right there back. She's right back with you.
Okay. And I will pull an arrow and hold it for seeing something attacking one of my people.
Okay. Looking around, holding an
Yep.
arrow. Show. You are blind and deaf, but looking through the raven on Vera's shoulder, you're now looking at yourself, kind of standing there just like this.
Fly, my pretty, fly.
Yes, actually, I would like to fly and see what I can see. How much do I know of what's going on? Like, can I see? So we're headed back.
You know absolutely nothing except that suddenly kind of the whole group has now contracted again.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get a bird's eye view and fly up and see if I can see around buildings and such.
Okay. Roll perception. Does the raven have advantage on that?
I'm pulling the stat block right now.
Thank you.
Raven has perception of +3.
No advantage. Okay.
Yep.
Perception. Okay. Oh, oops. Okay, that's not it. Ah.
Oh no.
I see nothing. I know nothing.
Schultz.
Yes. I'm so glad you got it.
Is that Hogan's Hero reference?
Yes,
Yes. Oh, I love Hocus Heroes.
that show.
Stay.
Anyway, okay, so right. So Raven flies up. You can see the whole layout of the city. You can see other Jaeger groups in different places. You can see some kind of combat going on way in a different sector of the city. You can see the legions hard at work, continuing to fortify kind of the wall that runs all the way around this place. Nothing really out of the ordinary, and you don't see anything near the group that's at all threatening.
Okay. Do I have enough flight left to go back to Vera?
I don't think so. I think your Raven has. Jenny,
It's got
do you
a
have
fly of 50 feet.
50 feet. So
Yeah.
if you go up 50 feet, you know what? You were already in it. What does it say? What does Find Familiar say about movement? Oh, it acts independently. So actually, yeah, it can use its remaining movement. So 50 feet up and then 50 feet back down. to get back to the party. It's right there with you guys.
Yay. Wait, how do I communicate with that? Like, can show say
Telepathic.
something?
So Shoji can still talk. You
Oh,
just
good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna say with Almania right next to me, I just looked through the Raven I don't know, flew up and I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. What's going on?
okay.
Can you hear me?
Is that your full turn?
You can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay, Vera, you're up.
Oh yeah, I'm deaf. Yeah.
So can I clarify?
So that's the thing, Shoji, is your Raven, though, is now right there as well, so you can still hear through the Raven.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Talk to the Raven. That's
Vera,
funny.
So just to clarify, I didn't double straight backwards, but I'm looping around, so I don't want to clump us all together. So my 15 feet that I took to get back to the party, it's more like the party is here and I'm now over here.
Okay, so at this point, you guys are standing in kind of a rough 3/4 circle.
Yeah.
With about a
Okay.
10-foot diameter.
Okay, so I assume that I see that Guth is no longer there.
Yeah, Guth is not there.
Okay, so I'm gonna loop back around and find his tracks because we're going through vegetation. For some reason, I'm imagining we're going through like grass.
Ooh.
May I suggest I look for tracks?
It is
Okay.
not your
That's what
turn.
I do.
Vera, if you would like to make a survival check.
Yeah, this isn't gonna go great, but I'm trying to figure out at which point did he suddenly disappear?
Yeah,
Because he leaves a big tracks.
he does. And he's
Okay.
not, subtle about walking.
Yes. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. It was a whammy.
It wasn't as
Um,
bad of a whammy as
10.
I thought it was.
I know, me too.
Yeah, you can definitely find where he last was.
Okay.
It's you guys are not actually walking on it's not paved out here.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard packed dirt. And then there's some wild grasses, but mostly there's just ivies and whatnot all over the place. You can definitely find where he last was standing. And his footprints just end.
Was that an action? Was that just movement? I was taking it as just being movement.
If you're going over and actually looking at the ground and
I
trying
was looking.
to track,
Yeah.
that's going to be an action.
Okay. And I don't see that, can't perceive anything else around
Correct.
the area. Okay. I don't like this at all. Can I just sit here and listen?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit and listen as hard as I can since I don't see nothing.
Okay. When we come back to your next turn, you can do a perception check.
Thanks. So I'm just gonna hunker down at this spot with my crossbow out.
Okay. Okay. Almania, you're up.
Can I perceive some more? Yeah.
Give me a perceive check.
17. That's better than last.
With a 17, you can see damaged vegetation between where Vera has seen his footprints and a nearby open doorway.
Huh.
I say open doorway. They're all open. There are no doors in them. And again, you can see like rusted hinges half buried in the dirt in the doorway.
I would like to ready dissonant whispers and then carefully approach.
Okay, so real quick, if you hold dissonant whispers, that means you have cast the spell. And even if nothing shows up, the spell is still expended.
Rude. Okay. Then I'm just going to approach stealthily.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Oh, that did not roll inside the box. Rude. That was a good one, too. Oh, even better. 23.
23? Okay. You stealth into the building. Into the building or to the building?
I wanted to first check by the door and see if I could like poke my head in and see if there's anything, and then if not, go further.
Give me an insight check real quick.
Ooh. I'm not great at those, but 13.
13. Okay. Yeah, the front of this place is definitely damaged. The door frame, what you imagine was, you know, a standard rectangular door frame is kind of broken and eroded. Yeah, you kind of peek in. It's dim in here, but mostly bare. Weeds and vines have kind of, or ivies have kind of grown up and sprouted from the floor and spread around in here. There is a flattened portion of vegetation about 4 feet in diameter.
Okay. 4 feet in diameter?
Yeah, there's just this rough circle of not trampled, not like pressed down, but just kind of odd looking.
Can I inspect it?
On your next turn, yes.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Are you stopping kind of in the doorway or
Yeah, I'll stop in the doorway.
Just outside the doorway? Okay.
Yeah.
Karina, you're up.
Okay, first question is, how far is Almania from me?
About 15 feet.
Cool. I will cast Shield of Faith on Almania.
Okay.
Hang on.
That's, I think, concentration a minute
It
or
is
10 minutes.
concentration.
Like
So
that.
the duplicate will disappear. That's fine. She was about to disappear anyway.
And Almania
So I will
has
cast
+2 to her armor class.
Almania has a +2 to her armor class. That is my bonus action. So I will use my action to come up next to her and also look inside the room and see what I can see.
Okay, roll a perception action to cast the spell. Yeah, perception check.
It was my bonus action to cast the spell.
Oh, that's a bonus action. That's right.
Yeah. Natural 20.
Okay. DC is higher when you're not using an action to make the perception. Oh no, but you are. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter. You rolled a natural 20. So yeah, Almania kind of points at that part of the floor, and you kind of peer into the gloom. Actually, real quick, without a light source, this is going to be at a disadvantage. I'll let you do, if you want to light a light source before you made that perception check, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you, do you have a torch? What are you using?
I don't know. You didn't tell me what equipment I had, so I'm assuming I would have a torch.
Yeah, you've got whatever like the explorer's pack essentially.
Okay.
Is. So yeah, you strike a torch and kind of hold it in there. You look at that portion of the ground. When this clicks, I think Vera is gonna, or Grace is gonna kill me. you can see that like 4-foot diameter piece of ground is lifted ever so slightly. And you can see just kind of the glint of eyes around the rim where it looks like that portion of the ground like lifts up as one thing and something is looking at you from underneath it.
Odd.
I
All
think
right.
it just clicked for Grace.
See, I wasn't with you guys when you went through Mendonithil the first time, so I have no idea.
No,
Um,
it has nothing to do with before.
Oh, okay.
It has to do with.
You've got 15 feet of movement, and that's about it.
It's my next character, Josh. I swear.
Let's see.
What, 3 kobolds in a trench coat?
You staying at the door or no?
No, I'll walk in a little bit. How big is the room? You said it's a 4-foot on the other side?
You walk in, and that part of the ground kind of.
Okay. I'll go around to the other side of where I know it was.
Okay.
Yep. That'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Shoji. Almanya is standing at the doorway. Karina has walked in. You can still kind of see her in the gloom.
I have a torch.
I'm sorry. You can see her very clearly as she holds a torch that brightly lights the area.
Torch in one hand, dagger in the other.
It's nice. So does it take like an action to move from like my vision and stuff? Does it take an action, or can I just decide which one every turn?
Your spell will describe that.
Oh, sorry. Let me see.
It says as an action, you can see through your familiar's eyes. It doesn't say anything about dropping back out of it. For now, let's call it a bonus action.
Okay.
I think on Critical Role, it just kind of happens. You snap out of it. Up to you.
We're going to call it a bonus action for now. I'll have to think about that.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll be able to see and hear again from show,
Okay.
and I'll also walk into the building and investigate what everyone's so curious about. So
go ahead and give me an investigation check.
I know nothing.
8. Is that plus anything, or is it just 8?
No.
Okay. You kind of get down on your hands and knees and try to investigate kind of the rim of this patch of earth. As far as you can tell, it's just pretty much just contiguous with the ground around it. It's just an odd patch of earth.
Okay. I might say, why is this place so weird? Do you know anything? Do you see anything?
Karina, I'll allow you to respond.
Yeah, there's something under the floor. So maybe if we're very quiet, they'll come out, yeah?
Any movement I had left, I'm gonna back up a little bit.
Vera.
I will, seeing everybody go in there, I'll go in there. Can I just tap Karina on the shoulder? Did you see anything when you first came in here?
Yeah, there are eyes under the floor.
We've had experience with these little suckers before, right? There was that house that was full of them in Onishur.
With the bees.
If it's a kobold, sure.
If. Do you mind if I try something? It would give away that there are people here, but if they've already seen us, they know there are people here.
Yeah, I mean, they know I'm here. They saw me and then they dropped the lid.
Can I just go up and sort of get down low and say in Draconic, let our friend go and nobody gets hurt?
Sure, give me a persuasion check.
Eh, no. Good, I took proficiency in this. Ooh, 23.
There is no effect or response that you can discern.
Well, does anybody fancy digging?
Okay. I'm gonna call that the end of your turn. Okay. Almanya, you're up. You're muted.
Just realized that. Can I see anything inside of the building?
I mean, you can see Karina holding the torch. You can see Shoji, who was down on her hands and knees investigating. It is now kind of pressed up against the wall. Vera is now kind of bent down, gently whispering at the ground.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and look at Vera and go, hey, what are you doing?
I had a suspicion it might not be entirely true. Wait, Mamani was with us for this. Do you remember those the little kobolds in that house? They behaved rather like this.
The ones that I yelled at in Draconic?
Yes.
Yelled back at me?
Yes.
Friends, sort of? Yeah.
Yes. See, if it is them, this is entirely metagaming. I really don't want to kill them.
Can I say hello to the ground in Draconic?
You do.
I want to. I'm gonna say, hello. Have you seen our very tall friend?
Is that the end of your turn?
Sure, yes.
Karina.
Well, I don't know what you all have known, but I think that perhaps if they have the big guy, maybe we should just get on with it. And I'll just go over, and can I see like the seam of where the floor kind of lifted up?
Yeah, it's especially to you, right? Once you've seen it, now you can definitely see it. So yeah, you can find the seam just fine.
I'll just hand my torch off to Vera.
Okay.
I'll take it
And
with sort of
I
a resigned sigh.
I will just like try to get my fingers down in there and lift the ground up.
Give me an athletics check.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
Am I allowed to assist her or not? Because it's not my turn.
I will allow it. Yeah, I'll allow it.
I get to roll with advantage?
Yeah, Vera, it'll be your turn, just kind of ahead of time, going to her. So Karina, you may roll with advantage.
Okay. Thank goodness for that. That's a natural 20 for a total of 19.
Okay. You guys quickly kind of, you get it up a few inches and then it is yanked back into place.
I love them so much.
Almanya, you're standing at the door, right?
No, I went over to see Vera and talk, remember?
Okay. Okay. Karina, that's your action.
Okay. It went back down.
Yep.
Okay. So I will loudly kind of stomp towards the door and say, all right, well then, I guess if that's the way they want to play it, we should go outside and look for them out there. And now I would like to bonus action hide.
Give me a stealth check.
25.
25. Okay. Shoji.
Okay. Oh gosh, I'm not sure what to do. I'll just to be safe, I'll send the raven outside and fly around just to kind of keep an eye on the place. And then at the end of its circulation around, maybe use the action to see or to wait. It can communicate telepathically, right? So it can tell me if it sees
It
anything.
can describe things.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I'll just have it. I'll have it. Yeah, just tell me if there's anything strange going on, if it sees anything.
Go ahead and roll initiative for your raven. We'll put the raven in here. Because
Oh,
it rolls its own initiative.
oh, that's cool. Let's see. And adds dex to that?
Yes.
Okay, so its dex is +2. Okay, so same. $15.
15. So it goes just before Karina. Okay. Vera, you've used your action to help Karina.
Then
Vera.
Yeah.
It got yanked down really hard.
it's probably not my favorite D&D creatures then. Or it could be, but it's just a lot of them. I will then say loudly in Draconic, yes, I suppose you're right, Miss Karina. We better check outside. And I will also stomp towards the door and hide.
Give me a bonus action hide.
With advantage.
Meanwhile,
With advantage because of blessings of the trickster.
ooh, thank you. Meanwhile, immediately after I say that, am I allowed to do this because I don't have an action? Can I listen for a reaction? As in listening down below the thing, like, ooh, are they chittering to each other?
Sure. When I had you roll perception, it's a little while ago. Sure, I'll go ahead and roll perception. Actually, no. So you don't have an action to really hold and kind of do this. So we'll go with your passive.
Cool. 19.
Which is pretty damn good, actually. I think that probably statistically that works out pretty well in your favor. Okay.
By the way, that should be an 18 stealth. Sorry, I didn't roll with the modifier.
Okay, 18. Rolled. Okay. Elmania, your turn.
So I don't hear any chittering? Not
Nope.
immediately. Okay.
So was there any actual like reaction to what I said, or?
None that you could discern.
Okay. Then I'll go and follow Ma, I suppose.
Okay. Action to hide?
Yes.
Give me stealth.
Stealth. I'm sort of okay at stealth. 23. Hell yeah.
Okay. Karina. So is this the plan where we all go outside the hut and just kind of wait a little bit?
Or not necessarily outside,
didn't
but we
go
could be hiding
outside.
inside. Yeah, we're
So
hiding
you guys are
inside.
still in there. You're just. Did you guys literally do the I'm going outside?
Yes.
Yes.
That's why we're
get
like,
that?
can we please roll deception for this?
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So you guys
So
are just gonna wait.
I'm holding an attack. I've
Yeah.
handed off the torch, so now I have both hands free from my bow. So I'm holding an arrow.
Right.
Because I think it's
by
going
the
to be a
way-
freaking big spider. Everyone's talking about little dragon creatures, and I think it's going to be a spider.
Can I say that I just left the torch in a non-flammable part of the ground, like pretending I just left it there? So it keeps the light, but I'm not holding it anymore to show where I am.
Sure, you can kind of like tear up the grass and tear away the vines and just kind of create a little
Yeah,
area
leave a spot.
that there. Okay. Around. Are we all doing this, or is anybody doing anything in particular? Shoji.
If the raven notices anything, I'll react to it. But yeah, I'll follow everyone's lead.
The raven actually should have gone just before I did.
True. So you can make a perception check for the raven if you'd like.
Okay. And the raven. Ooh, that's nice.
Okay. With a natural 20, let's do this. Show, if you would roll me 2d10, please.
Oh, D10s.
Okay. Your raven does not see anything else kind of in your vicinity, nothing immediately threatening to you. It definitely sees several scaled, thinned, humanoid type figures kind of a ways off, more towards the river. They seem to be moving in and out of the river. So you've definitely got kind of, you know where you could go next to kind of clear out the next thing. And you know roughly what it is. But nothing here, nothing immediately threatening the party.
Okay.
Okay, so everybody's just kind of holding. Okay. A round passes. Another round passes. A minute passes. 2 minutes pass.
Guys, they could be torturing Guth to death right now.
Yeah. There was no way when we pulled it up that we could, like, I could have gotten down under it. Like, could I get it up enough?
Not while pulling it. It's like it came up maybe an inch or two and then got yanked back down.
Okay.
All right. Joe's gonna say fuck it and go over and attack the space.
Okay, how are you attacking the space?
Let's see. I'll use the chill touch. That's okay.
Okay. A ghostly hand swipes at the ground. Some of the grass dies as it is hit with anti-life energy.
Is there anything else I can do to
will
attack or just?
At this point, I'll go ahead and we'll pull out of initiative.
I'll just quietly whisper to Vera if she thinks maybe we should do something else.
Well, my one concern...
I've ever had, because it's been 24 rounds.
Well, to be honest, my one concern is for a friend. I don't know if he's down there or what's happening to him. That's the only reason I don't want to wait further. Otherwise, I'd wait for hours.
Well, where do you think your big friend went?
Well, the evidence outside suggested that he suddenly disappeared from the spot he was standing, and the only other marks were leading to this household. So, kidnapped? Down the rabbit hole?
Well, what do you want to do then?
Okay.
Guys, should come help me destroy this thing. At least
Let's
it's the only lead we have right now.
Shoji is failing at the ground, but like she's swinging in the air, and then there's a necrotic hand kind of floating above the earth that's mimicking her. And it's
What about team
can't
effort?
pick up
We
her
all
with a ghostly hand.
team effort. We all lift. I know we're all not particularly strong, but team effort, four of us, up, and perhaps have something flame inclined pointed down.
You can do the flaming stuff, right? There, Barrett lady?
Yeah. But I kind of promised that I wouldn't blow
This is
anything.
this is into the ground. It's into a hole in the ground. This is no trouble
Okay.
whatsoever. And
Also, Elmania, fireball doesn't blow stuff up. Fireball simultaneously creates in a 20-foot sphere fire at all spaces at the same time. It was the shatter that actually like blew up buildings and did double damage to structures.
no, it was amazing.
Fireball will definitely torch any wood, canvas, fur, etc. But it's
Yes.
not going to destroy this house because all of that is already gone somehow.
Yes, and I'm not suggesting, I don't know, that might be an extreme, but maybe something a little bit more minor, but something that can be shot down this hole in a threatening manner.
I mean,
I'm
I
saying
could
this in a whisper.
definitely try.
Right.
Great. I rip
I'm gonna-
my hood off and wrap a strip of it around one of my arrows and light it on fire with the torch. So I have a flaming missile ready to go down the
Okay.
rabbit hole.
Yes. I'll just be
Start
ready to, with my
lifting.
dagger, to start whack-a-moling.
So who's going to be lifting? Because Karina cannot hold
We
an
all
arrow
do.
and lift.
I mean,
will.
I think Sho really needs to lift because she has such amazing muscles.
I say as many of us as possible should lift.
Well, you only get one advantage. So
One
two
advantage.
two people can lift.
I've
Okay,
got
how
an
about-
8, guys. I'm gonna shoot,
Yeah.
okay?
I'm not great, but I think Almanya needs to hold the fire. You can hold an arrow, and me and Sho can try this.
I have a +0 to athletics, so perhaps
I have a -1.
Almanya is the strongest person in the group with
Not time, y'all.
I will guide whoever is making the roll so that you can add a D4.
Almanya, perhaps you should do this because you are the strongest. I'm -1.
Look at all of you with my like hollowed out bone wings, like feathered off. Like, look at all of you and go, you're kidding, right?
Okay, DM, our tank was just kidnapped. What are we gonna do about it?
oh no.
I don't know. I just need somebody to tell me what you are doing.
Okay, Sho and Almanya lift. We can knock arrows. How about that?
Okay. So Almanya, if you want to lead the effort, because you've got the +1, so you will roll with advantage because Shoji is helping. Karina, you're holding a fire arrow. Vera, you're holding what?
I'm actually going to hold my blade and signature move and be ready to start whack-a-moling.
Okay. So when
And-
you hold an action, you only get to make one attack. So
Right.
what would that
Yeah.
one attack be? With?
I'll make it a crossbow.
Make it a crossbow. Okay.
And also, Almanya, you can add a D4 because I'm going to guide you.
Okay.
Okay. So Almanya, go ahead and roll an athletics check with advantage plus a D4.
Somebody.
Oh gosh, no. Athletics.
Oh no!
11.
This is gonna go great, guys.
Well,
So we just try again?
all you needed to do was beat a 7 this time.
Oh, whew.
Ooh.
So you expecting a tremendous resistance time. You guys rip this whole circle of earth up, and it flips over as if it's on a hinge.
Which it
The
is.
The underside, you can see how this rather large, disc-like piece of earth is held together. There's webbing that covers and infuses
Knew it was a
this
spider.
entire thing, and as you kind of rip it open, you guys are looking down into a completely web-sheathed tunnel, and staring right back at you is a massive spider.
Oh man, you
It has-
promised me
it has
kobolds and you
12
give me this.
It has 12-foot long legs that are all kind of tucked in, and you can see a large fruit-shaped form completely wrapped in webbing, plastered to kind of the wall just behind the spider. And as you kind of rip it open, hundreds of smaller spiders just pour out onto your guys' arms and all around you. So I need everybody to roll initiative again.
Man, I was so hoping for kobolds.
Your comment about it's my next character, Josh, now makes sense, because I was like, I thought you had figured out giant trapdoor spider, essentially.
No, I thought it was my favorites.
I definitely misread your reaction.
I wouldn't have thought they were so cute.
Oh boy. Okay. 25 to 20 looks like Almania with a 22. And then it looks like spiders. Then show Vera Karina. Okay. Almania, you're first. There
How
is
far down
this
is the body?
biggest- the body is maybe 10 feet down the hole. You can see kind of the back of the hole. It doesn't go back terribly far. It's probably 20 feet deep total.
Okay.
Sorry, Josh, but those of us who were holding things, do we get our shots off?
You do indeed. Vera and Karina, if you guys would give me ranged attacks with disadvantage.
Alrighty, this is a +7. Ooh, 11.
16.
11.
Okay, 11 just kind of skitters off whatever this thing's carapace is made of. It's pretty solid. 16 does pierce part of its body.
7 points of damage.
Alrighty. 7 points of damage.
Yep.
Your arrow kind of plunges into its main abdomen. Its legs just kind of now all unfold, and they're all just kind of like waving around in this room with you guys. And Vera missed. So Almania, what are you doing with your turn?
Is the spider technically within melee range or ranged attack range?
It is in melee range with you guys.
Okay. All of my stuff is sort of ranged.
You can back up.
Can I back up without it provoking an attack on me?
You don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna back up then.
Okay. It is going to make an attack against you.
Rude.
No, Advent, you're not surprised.
Oh,
I mean-
my arrow was on fire.
That was true.
I forgot.
Oh, your arrow was on fire. It was on fire. It also goes into the thing.
It's hairy. It'll set it on fire.
Roll a d4. We'll add a little bit of fire damage on it.
Yeah, that's really all I was wanting.
Okay.
Another point.
Okay. It's just okay. So straight attack. 17. Does that hit your armor class? Almanya.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit your armor class?
It does.
Okay.
Never mind, because guidance is also concentration. Shoot. I was gonna say with a +2, but guidance is concentration.
Yep. You will take 14 points of piercing damage as one of its legs, they're just sharp at the end, just kind of plunges into your shoulder. Okay. So you back away.
Okay. I'm going to hit it with ice knife.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll an attack. It's a 23 to hit.
23 definitely hits.
I need it to make a dex saving throw.
It rolls a natural 1.
Awesome. It's going to do 7 points of damage then.
It's a D10 plus 2d6?
Yeah, the 2d6 is because it failed its dex save.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, good. It's a total of 7?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Knives of ice. Knives of ice plunge into various places on the carapace, and it just squeals, and the legs thrash even more. Anything else, or is that your turn? Okay. Its turn. You've both heard it equally, so 1 through 10 it attacks Karina. 11 through 20, that's a 16. Cool. So it's going to make 2 impaling leg attacks. 15 and 19.
On me or on Karina?
Sorry, on Almanya.
Okay, I backed up. Is it coming out of the hole?
Yeah, sorry. It kind of lunges out of the hole, and 2 of its legs shoot straight for you.
Okay, how much did you say? What was the AC?
15 and 18.
Yeah, but one of those hits. Because don't I have a +2 to my AC?
Not anymore, because Karina cast a different concentration spell.
And yeah, both of them.
Okay. You take 44 points of piercing damage.
I'm down.
That was a 9, a 12, and an 8. It rolled on the damage.
Is that including your temp, Mary?
Yeah.
Did you?
Including my temp.
So 29 plus. Yeah, 44. Okay. Spider swarms. There are 2 spider swarms in here. And who was lifting? It was Almanya. She's down. So Shoji. They're just going to attack you then, because you're right there. Where is it? Does a 17 hit your armor class? 7 definitely.
What do I add to my armor class? I think it's all messed up.
Your armor class should be 14.
Okay, then yes, it hits.
Okay. You take 4d4. So you will take 10 points of piercing damage. As
Okay.
spiders just swarm up your body and over your arms and just start biting everywhere. Just stinging, burning pain.
So,
Ooh,
you only take 2 of those, though, because you had those temporary hit points.
that's right. Yes.
There you go. So your temporary hit points are gone, and you've taken 2 damage.
Okay.
Okay. It is now your turn. What are you doing?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna react angrily, and so for swarms, like, can you attack the whole thing as like a normal creature?
Yeah. So the way it works is there is considered to be 2 swarms, and they each are going to do stuff. But yeah, you can target one of them and
Okay.
try to smash them. Or
All right.
bind.
I'll target the one that just attacked me, and I would like to cast what is that called? It's called Inflict Wounds at level 3.
Okay.
Right. And melee spell attack. So do I add 7 or is it like a normal?
D20 plus 3 plus your charisma bonus. So D20 plus 7.
Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13 hits.
Oh,
Roll
yay!
your, infinity D10.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5. That's 5d10. Yay!
Total?
21, sorry.
21. Cool. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you just just necrotic energy just starts radiating out of your skin, and all of the spiders that had swarmed you just kind of curl up and fall off. One whole swarm is gone.
Yes. Okay. That's fantastic.
So make sure you mark off that slot.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have 3rd level slots. Okay, so you've used one of your 3rd levels.
Okay. All right. And if I try to move towards what I assume is Guth, is that going to provide attacks of opportunity?
You don't know. You are engaged with. You are considered engaged with both the spider, the large one, and the swarm.
Oh, okay. So can I just like sidle around towards the body? Oh wait, no, I saw Elmania go down, and
Yeah,
she's next to me.
Almania is down. Yes.
Crap, I forgot about that. Yeah, I'll stay there.
Okay. Vera. Almania goes down immediately. Sho has taken out one of the spider swarms.
Yes, and I'm sorry, I'm having trouble visualizing where we are in relation to each other. So
You're all pretty close together, actually.
yeah.
You're in kind of a small, rundown building.
I got that. I'm talking about in relation to the spider.
The spider is in the room. It can reach, like, it fills the room. It can't even reach its full height, but its legs reach to pretty much all of the walls, and its body is kind of brushing up against the ceiling.
Okay. So I will bonus action disengage
Okay.
with it. I will run and dump a superior healing into Almania's mouth.
Ooh, okay.
And then I still have all my movement, I assume.
So real quick, moving over to Almania does not actually remove you from combat range of the spider.
Okay, so I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Dump the potion, disengage, and move away is what I'm saying.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
So I'll dump a superior into her.
Okay, and a superior
8d4 plus 8.
Yeah, damn.
8d4 plus 8, okay. 8d4?
8.
Dang, okay, I'm gonna do 4.
Almanya Vera just ran over and dumped a superior healing in your throat.
So here's 4d8. Take another 4d8 plus 8.
So you take 29?
29.
29 points. You take 20. You regain 29 hit points. God, I've done
That's
that so
why I
many.
call it reverse damage, Josh,
Yep.
because it works better.
Reverse damage.
I will
Take that
then.
healing. Ugh.
Like it.
Okay, you disengage. You're gonna have to leave the building. It's still brightly lit in there. So, but yeah.
Yeah. So here's a question. So is it only a doorway or are there windows?
You can see now that there's definitely a doorway, and it's definitely been broken down and enlarged so that this thing can get out. Yeah, there are a couple of windows as well.
I will then hop out the window, and I'll be on the outside hanging from the frame with my crossbow out.
Okay.
But I'm sorry, guys. I'm out of this building, but I will shoot it. I swear.
As only a rogue monk can. All right, Karina, you're up.
Cool. Well, I'm not going to heal Almanya then, since Vera did that. So that's fine. Sorry that I had my whole turn planned out and then everything changed. Okay.
Sorry.
Which is good. It's fine. I'm going to Sacred Flame the spider, so I'd like it to make a dex save, please, and fail horribly.
21.
Oh, that doesn't fail horribly. Great. I still have a bonus action, so seeing what Vera has done, I will do likewise. And bonus action disengage. And I'm going to move to the door
Okay.
where I can get a good bead on it, not be taking melee attacks, and shoot it on my next turn with my crossbow.
You can shoot it on this turn, can't you? Because you didn't use your action.
I did use my action to cast Sacred Flame. It just didn't do anything.
That's fine. Sorry. Okay, so you're at the doorway now. You're just out of. You're about 5 feet out of the building, which takes you out of melee range of the spider.
Cool.
Top of the round, Almanya, you. Vera's above you, kind of throws down the bottle, smacks you on the cheek, and just kind of gives you a pose.
What do I see?
There's a giant spider filling the room. Its attention does not seem to be on you.
Is there anybody currently in the room?
I'm sorry?
Is there anybody else currently in the room?
Shoji is still in the room. She's got another swarm of spiders that's crawling up her. But the other two have gotten out.
How large is the room?
It's 12 or so feet, roughly square.
Can I position a fireball that will hit the spider and not show?
Oh, and not hit Shoji. I was like, why don't and not show? Like what?
And Shoji and not hit show.
And that's a fireball.
Yeah.
She could aim at the roof.
So you could put it. True. So if you put it. No, because all of the building materials, all of the timbers that would have held up a roof, and all of this stuff is so it's more or less open. Yeah, you could position it high enough that kind of the 20-foot radius explodes down and hits the spider because it's standing way above any of you guys. Yeah, I like it. Clever. It rolled another natural 1 on its save.
Sweet. It's gonna take 24 fire damage.
Light her up.
I'm gonna book it.
Ow. That hurts.
Somebody stay engaged with it so I can shoot it.
All of the bristles on its back, just kind of these stiff hairs, blacken and turn to ash. You can see its back is now just kind of this scorched carapace. It rears up and just squeals. It's almost too high to hear. Anything else with your turn?
I'm gonna run out of the room.
Okay, you turn and run. It's going to use its
I
reaction.
died once. I am not gonna die again.
Oh, damn. It rolled a 2 plus 8, so it misses. So you just kind of turn and book it, and in its pain, one of its legs kind of stabs into the dirt next to you, but you go flying out the door past Karina. Its turn now. It screams, and all of the spiders that were on show now kind of pour off of her and run onto the large spider and just kind of swarm up its legs. It reaches 2 hands in to grab Guth, and it runs 60 feet away. It's going to run past both Karina and Almanya. So if either of you have a melee weapon that you would like to make an attack.
What about
Yeah,
me? I also have a melee weapon.
Yeah, you were right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right next to it. Yeah, you can also make a melee weapon attack.
Yay.
9.
Oh, I don't know why. Oh, well, that's pretty bad, but I rolled with disadvantage again. But is that to do with Dex?
Yes, but it was a 2 and a 1.
Yeah, yeah.
So neither is gonna hit. Almanya, are you attacking with something?
No, I don't have any melee weapons.
Okay. So it runs out and kind of books it for the forest. So, Karina, it is now 60 feet away from you and Almanya. Almanya, it's the top of the round. I'm sorry, that was the spider's turn. Shoji.
Okay.
All of the spiders are not in the room with you anymore, and they're not crawling on you at all, except for a few stragglers that didn't quite make it to Mama before she ran. What would you like to do?
Can I transfer to the bird and have the bird cast a spell?
It would be your action to transfer the bird. On your next round, you could, yes.
If I use the action to transfer to the bird, would the bird still have movement?
Yeah, because it acts independently of you. So actually, go ahead and roll initiative for it real quick. So it's just a d20 and then add 2.
Okay. That's a 13.
13. So yeah, I think that goes right after Vera. I forgot to write down the numbers. Karina, do you remember your actual?
10.
It was 10. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So the
14
Raven will
for
go
Vera.
right after Vera. So yeah, action, you're in the Raven. And on its turn, it'll do what you want it to do.
Okay, and I don't know whether it's my turn or its turn. Its turn. Can it fly towards? Like, can I use any of my acting going through there to move, or if
on the Raven's turn,
okay,
you can move.
Okay. Before I go to the Raven, can I use my movement to get?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I'll just
Where
go as far as I can after the spider.
Okay. So you will move 30 feet towards the spider. Oh boy. Okay, 30 feet towards the spider. So it's about 40 feet away from you.
Oh wait, that's really stupid. I was only trying to transfer to the bird so that I could get there faster. But if it's 30 feet, it's still within range. So I'm sorry. Can I not transfer to the bird and cast around the spider? Are there any buildings? A Guth is there too. Could I shift it enough so that it won't get Guth like the legs that are carrying it, maybe just like half of the spider, the other half that's not on that side.
With what?
Shatter.
Yeah. You can definitely angle that because it's just a point you choose within range. So yeah.
Yay! Okay, I'll cast.
What would you like?
I'll
Con-
cast Shatter at level 3.
Okay.
And let's see, what does that take? Shatter.
I think is Shatter a
Or is it instantaneous thing?
Yeah, it's a con save, I think.
on save? Yeah.
Yeah.
It failed.
Okay, and that does. What's that?
It has to be on save, right?
How many D8s? Sorry. I'm
3D.
trying to find it.
Four.
3D8, okay.
So she cast
Oh,
it.
It'll be 4 because
Higher level.
48? Okay.
And it will definitely take full damage.
Yay. Okay.
17.
Out of it.
Okay. It is bloodied. You watch as kind of bits and pieces of it shatter. One of its legs is just kind of dragging. Okay. Vera.
So it's 60 feet away from me now.
From you, yeah, about 60 feet.
Okay. I am going to do something dumb, but hopefully it will let Karina get sneak attack.
Okay.
So I will use my full movement, which is 35, use my bonus action to dash
Ooh, okay.
and get to
you're
it.
on it.
I'm on it. I will then stab it with my sawtooth dagger.
Okay, roll your attack.
Two. Bleh. Ooh, I hit it. I presume.
Yeah, an 18 hits, and you've got a plus.
It's 18
yeah,
plus
that
7.
hits.
All right, it's that plus 4. So it's only a 6.
6 points of damage. You run up and you take a couple of chunks out of one of the legs, and it continues to just kind of skitter away from you very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Alrighty.
the ravens. Oh, you're not in the raven. You can still you can still communicate with the raven and have it follow the spider if you'd like. So your raven is faster than it is. So actually, you can just say that your raven is following it. Karina,
Cool.
Vera is now right on the thing.
Excellent. I will shoot it with my short bow. For a 24.
Yep, 24 hits.
With sneak attack, thank you. So there's 9 plus 4, 11 points of
11.
damage.
Okay.
And bonus action. Can I fire? I can't fire another arrow with my bonus action.
Correct.
This is for my quiver, by the way. Good.
Oh, okay.
Still got it.
Oh yeah, Vera, give me a couple of quiver rolls. You're on D12s at the moment.
Yeah, it's only 1 because I only shot it once.
Okay. And then what are you doing, Karina?
Hang on. Sorry, I think I can do this because I think I have the range. Let me look. Yes, I will cast Shield of Faith on Vera, so her AC is now up by 2.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Welcome.
Because it's about to kill me or keep running.
Almanya, you're up.
Okay, how far away am I from it?
You are 60 feet.
Okay. Can I also cast Shatter?
Yeah.
I want to.
Normal level or third level?
Level, yeah.
Damn. Hard fail. 4 plus not enough.
Nice. It's gonna take 19 more points of damage.
Oh, so you didn't upcast it?
No.
Okay.
That's what I said. Just
Um,
regular level 2.
it's looking pretty bad as it's till its turn 60 feet. Vera, you get an attack of opportunity.
I will take that.
All right.
It won't hit. It's that plus 7. 15? No, sorry, 13.
It manages to get out of your range, and it's that's
Yeah, how fast is it?
full 60 feet.
Don't worry, I can always catch up with it.
Yeah.
That's its
Shoji, you're
problem.
up.
Is it out of range of shatter? If I go my full movement and then try to cast it, could I still? What is the range on shatter?
What is the
Ooh.
range on shatter? Is it 30?
60 feet.
60 feet?
In 60 feet.
So it's 90 feet. Yeah, so you could move 30 feet and then again,
Just barely. Okay, and I will use my last level 3 spell to upcast shatter.
Okay. It rolled a 16 on the save, which I think is a success.
Yes.
Okay.
Probably.
So it will take half.
At least
How
actually
is that?
it is.
It will take 8 points of damage. It's barely standing.
Ah!
Can
You're
I ask?
gonna double dash and take your swing?
Yeah. Can I
All
ask
right.
a hypothetical question for future reference?
Sure.
Can Raven be used to flank?
No.
Or to
Ooh.
grant sneak attack?
No.
It's hostile to the creature 5 feet away. It can make
Yeah.
attacks.
Oh, how about if I'm occupying it?
It's
No,
like,
it
come
doesn't. Familiar
on.
can't attack.
You can't?
Nope.
Uh,
That's the
well,
way to
I can
spell.
cast spells from it though, right?
Yeah, you can cast spells from it. So Vera, you making your attack?
Yeah, I will. Here's the question. So it got 60 feet away from me as it was running.
Correct.
Another 60 feet? Okay, so I'll have to dash and run.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
just get your action to attack.
All right, I will attack it and hope that I hit it. Yes, sawtooth dagger. That plus 7, so 22.
Yeah. 22 hits.
Okay, 2d4 plus 4.
Vera,
7.
total of 7. Vera, how do you take down a spider that, like, if you laid 3 or 4 of you down, you still wouldn't be as long as its leg?
Haha. Well, since I'm chasing it, I will catch up and sort of catch it by the leg that's on the rebound as it's pushing off and run up the leg as it's running and then just stab down into one of its eyes.
Okay. It kind of skittering forward suddenly kind of crashes down. You roll off the front, land on your feet, and it is dead. Combat
I will
is...
immediately go for Guth and try and revive him.
And then I moved too soon because I have to pop off for the evening,
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry.
which I apologize for.
Just saw your note.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. But yeah, initiative lasted just the right amount of time.
So stick around for like 30 seconds here, Amanya, real quick.
Okay.
Vera, give me a medicine check.
Alrighty, hang on. So
Can
sorry,
I
Mary.
assist?
Yeah, you can go over there. Shoji, roll an independent one though.
Okay.
16.
16.
Is this
Guth is dead.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. How long?
What about not killing characters when they're not here?
Almost immediately.
Mm.
Wait, as in died immediately or just died?
No, I mean he died almost immediately. Its first round of attacks dropped him to 0.
Oh, wow.
It hit him with all 3, and he was not raging, so he didn't get the half.
Dang.
And it was just gonna wrap him up in there, and then you guys were like, "We're leaving," and it was like, "Okay, I'm safe." And then it just chowed down.
That's when I leave, I suppose.
Yeah.
Mary, I didn't want you to be like, "All right, bye, guys," and then next time be like, "Wait, he's dead?"
You killed? Okay. Well, that's sad. Now I gotta text Nick. Feel like
Yeah.
had 8
I
hours
will-
of pilot training today.
Oh.
Died.
Don't tell him that today.
Been like 8-hour long like PowerPoint presentations right now that he just has to sit through.
Sorry, Nick.
Okay.
Kawaii-so.
Bye.
Josh, I knew
Hey,
I
Mary.
killed Nick's
Hi, Mary.
character. Bye, Mary. We
Yeah.
love
Monsters get us lots of people.
It was again a 50-50 because I was like, "Who's in?" You guys rolled the encounter, and I was like, "All right, I need to know what the order is because it's going to hit the last person."
And it was good.
And I rolled a 50-50 to see if Guth would be in front of Shoji and Elmania or behind them. And then he rolled a 2.
Rough. Okay. All right. See you guys later.
Yeah, Mary.
Bye, Mary.
Bye.
Wow, we're really good at killing characters.
Yeah.
Game.
We're really good at killing Nick's characters.
Yeah. I was gonna say this is the second time. Well,
I think Nick is Addy in this campaign.
oh,
Yeah.
her characters. Oh, it's so sad every time.
Like,
Hey,
how
are you coming back? By the way, I don't know what's going on with them.
He's
Oh,
gone for a long
no, I
while
heard-
with pilot training and stuff.
Nick,
Yeah.
Maddie,
so,
and
we don't know.
Oh, Maddie and Devin.
yeah, are they coming?
I haven't heard from them in a while. So you have kind of cut the webs enough to see that Guth is his already kind of pale skin is now just kind of sunken in.
Oh wait, we have access to somebody who can do the switcheroo. We're good.
That's true. We put ourselves right at.
He's at
Right
least
back.
a month away.
6 weeks back to Vreem, figure out where Loravis is with her echo.
Oh no, she left. That's right.
Yep.
She left.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Can I ask a metagaming question?
Sure.
Because it's more metagaming of like, does Nick want us to pursue, would he want us to pursue trying to resurrect Guth or nay?
That's a good
That is a question I have no answer to at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
That might
I did
shape
not know
our
this was
decision.
going to happen.
Right.
Oh, and random side note, I plan on taking a level in cleric if that's okay, next level up. Because we do need some kind of healer. I'm sorry. Oh.
We're gonna need to talk about that.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. It's just on my
Right.
mind.
So
Setup is falling apart.
Because the problem is the answer to that question is going to vastly change what happens from this exact point onwards.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't have an answer, so you're gonna have to go off of Guth himself.
Right. Because Vera's instinct is he hated all undead. And
Oh, that's true. Oh, that's true. He would probably like not be able to live with himself.
But he
That's
did like Horribys. Like,
did.
And I
Oh.
don't think he felt like what she did was creating undead.
Yeah. And he, helped with Almania's rebirth.
Right.
He was definitely not okay with it at first, and then he observed and
Yeah.
participated in the ritual, and he seemed fine with it after that.
Right.
So, which comes to shove, probably be okay with it.
Yeah. Because then there's all this, sort of, what's the Pirates of the Caribbean? Like, whoever falls behind gets left behind.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get left behind. Yeah.
I know.
I mean, there are some great thoughts in the chat right now. Like, don't tell him he was raised from the dead. He was just taking a very deep sleep.
And
He
suddenly
probably
woke up
noticed.
in a different
That one, Phantom of Truth.
and then wakes up in a different body.
So what are we doing?
Well, there are other creatures to kill if you all are still up for it, or if not, we could mourn Guth properly.
Well, I don't know. He certainly wasn't necessarily one of my friends, but surely, whatever creatures there are can wait till we've paid our respects to your fallen comrade.
Yeah, I would like to take him back to camp because he had friends among the legionnaires as well.
Right. I mean, would you like me to fetch the fella? That was talking earlier
What?
about
What?
not blowing up the buildings. Like, do you know him?
Oh, no, actually, if we go back, can we find a way to, we can make a litter or something and find a way to bring him back ourselves, I assume, to the camp. If not, I'll go quickly and bring some of his friends.
Oh, I mean, surely between the four of us, we can manage it, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
There's enough of us, yeah. Well, perhaps we have to litter, but
Yeah.
we can get him back.
Can I actually, this might be just my inner ranger peeking out, Josh, but can I construct some sort of like litter out of branches and such around? Cobble together something?
All you have here is like vines and that kind of stuff. There's really not a lot of, again, like wood or large trees. There are like small saplings that have started to grow, but nothing here looks like it's more than a few years old.
Okay. Well, we'll just drag him along then.
Okay. You guys make it back to camp, kind of dragging Guth with you as you go. Immediately, a bunch of legionnaires run up and kind of grab the body and lay him out with other legionnaires who have kind of been killed during the night when things attack the wall, etc. And they just lay him there. One of them kind of comes up to you once they've kind of settled him and placed a blanket over him. He is not part of our rites. What would you have us do with the body?
Can I find
all honors, but
Can I find his the friends that he was hanging out with, the orc friends who he was sharing the stories with, they would be in this.
Oh, one of them died, and the other one was on the ship to Onisher with Talia.
But there got to be some of his. I'm not remembering the name of the sport.
Oh, there's all kinds of Rucktag spread very quickly through the legions.
Yeah, but can I find
so
his Rucktag buddies?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Kind of later that evening, as kind of patrols start to come back in, everybody's settling down. You guys definitely find some of his buddies.
I would say Daphne would also drop by if she was free, just to. She doesn't know Guth's tribe's rights, but she knows her tribe's rights.
You've seen him give them before. They're very different, but recognizably related, I guess.
So I mean, Daphne would be willing to do that for him.
Yeah.
Right. Can I help her remember, because having seen him do that, the proper thing to do?
I'll
Yeah,
try to
absolutely.
assist too.
You don't know what he said because it was always in Orc. But you can describe kind of the pictures that he used to make, kind of using his mold earth cantrip. There was always a story involved. So yeah, Daphne's there. Kind of his closer Rucktag buddies are there.
Boy, planning a funeral is something you need a little bit more time for, Josh. Geez.
Yeah.
Then you wanted to gather his buddies, and you were like, "Well, Daphne will be there, so what are you guys doing?"
Show is going to feel miserable, not because they lost a party member, but because she has to act like she feels that way. It's like, oh, okay. So that she has to contort her face like, oh, this is awful.
Be honest, right? Guth would be some prime material.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say.
And
Vera is watching you out of the corner of her eye.
It is definitely too late. You missed your shot when you guys were out in kind of the city there.
Well, the party was there, so I couldn't do anything. Yeah.
So there's no need to do this now, right? They're not disposing of the body immediately. They're laying him out and kind of putting a blanket over him.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys can see to that later.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Give us a week to think about it.
Yeah.
Would you guys like to foray out again?
After a rest?
You guys want to take a long rest?
Yeah. Take a rest. I'll spend my time in the medical center since I'm like, oh, I need to just, I need something to fill this.
All right.
I will go to the mess tent and make meat pies. Because I made them for Liliana and I remembered that Guth liked them.
Oh.
All right. The mood among a lot of the Legionnaires is pretty somber. No Rucktag is played during off times for a few days.
Can I catch one of his buddies though?
Sure.
One of the Rucktag buddies and say, "You keep playing this game. And you tell everybody you know about this game, because I want every single Legionnaire in the Empire playing this game. And you remember who taught you, and you spread that name."
Yes, no, of course, Smart. We will, of course, keep playing. Everybody loves the game, and it has already spread to the 8th Legion. It is for remembering and honoring him for a few days, and then we will pick it up again to, we honor him now with silence and contemplation, and soon we will honor him with blood and violence. So there's no we're not going to end the game.
Yes, what I mean is actively spread it.
Oh yes, of course.
I mean, what do we have unless people remember the name? Yes.
Of course. I mean, it's the only time we get to actually hit the conduitors, so it's spread pretty quickly.
And have you been calling it by its Orcish name? Roktag?
Yeah, the
Anyway.
Rucktack.
All right. You might want to think of a better name.
I mean, that's a little confusing. You're like, you must play it and actively spread it, but
I meant,
it
would you
of
like to name it after your friend?
oh, you could do that. Yeah, you will think of a name.
Again, what do we have but the name? Yes?
Of course, many of us will speak his name and tell his story during the time of the gathering in future years.
Thank you. I'll do the same.
Good, you should. Tell others about him. He was a wild and crazy man. It was fantastic. Right? And he's standing there with an empty bowl and kind of it's just like, so can I have some of the...
I give him a meat pie. They're individual meat pies. He gets a meat pie.
Thank you.
He doesn't have to Oliver Twist me.
He like came, he came up to you to get his meat pie, and you were like, "All right, you listen up." And he's like, "Am I not getting one now?"
I like
Am I
pat
in
his cheek
trouble?
and gives him a meat pie.
You guys spend the night. George comes by, and he is just devastated.
Yeah, they were bros.
Well, they weren't, but they like the potential was there and like recognized by everyone, and it just they never got the chance. So George is devastated. He he starts to drink a lot before several other people from the Temple of the Moon Maiden find him, take away his drink, and just kind of drag him back. So you guys spend the night and make your next foray.
So in the morning before we go out, Karina would have talked to some of the Legionnaires. She would have talked to other people around and gathered as much information as she could about Guth. And then she'll, over breakfast, sort of tell the group an epic story of his exploits, and with a few of her own ideas and Easter eggs and thoughts kind of thrown in there in the mix, so that everyone can have 8 temporary hit points. Because I'm going to use the Inspiring Leader feat, which I just had open and then I lost it because I moved and my book shut.
I think it's yeah.
Yeah, it's 10. No, it's 8 temporary hit points. Sorry. Seems like it came with something else too. Nope, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, just 8 temporary hit points. So
everybody gets 8 temporary hit points. You still well, so go ahead and do benefits of a long rest, boom, and then everybody gets 8 hit points. Cool. Give me a performance check with advantage.
Me?
Yep.
Okay. And there's definitely pipe music in there too.
Oh yeah.
Because 18.
Okay. Yeah, lots of Legionnaires kind of pass by as you're telling the story and kind of stop to listen, and before long you've gathered a crowd, and they are into this. Karina, you were in Dream for actually quite some time, so you know, and then you guys all kind of left kind of right in the middle of this season. There's several weeks where right on kind of the massively public level, they're telling stories of the builders and famous Vremens from ancient history. on kind of the neighborhood level. They're telling the individual stories of neighbors, family members who have passed, etc. So this, I guess you guys have passed that season during the journey, but like the Vremans are so into this kind of thing. So you gather a large crowd, and that story just spreads in
Good.
all of your artistic additions and liberties added in and embellished by the legionnaires themselves.
The main thing that I want to make sure spreads attached with that is the name Cabedon. As
Okay, cool. In what context?
as sort of like the patron sort of spirit behind Guth's amazingness. And he's like, Guth is a hero modeled on this one of old sort of idea. Yeah.
Jenny,
Yeah.
what level cleric are you right now?
I am a first level cleric.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize, Jenny, you were. I forgot that you were doing cleric too. Maybe I won't take a level in cleric after all. Sorry.
You're fine. It wouldn't bother me. I just am worried about the deity he'd make you worship. That's all.
That might be kind of fun. I'd be part of that cult that the other character started.
Aren't you a second level cleric? You wouldn't have channel divinity otherwise.
You're right. I am a second level cleric. I'm sorry. I was thinking of my other character, poor Talia.
So your cleric level does not increase, but I will give you 1 second level cleric slot.
Cool.
So you're still a level 2 cleric. You just get one of your second level slots early.
So I don't know a second level spell, but I could upcast one of my firsts.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Because that's just, there are so many things awesome about what you just did, and I can't say it, any of them.
Okay.
All right. Now, if somebody would like to roll a d20, I'm going to have one. Who would like to roll? As promised, you guys are helping other groups. So that foray nets you 750 gold because you killed. Oh no, this one's actually even more valuable. Sorry, I'll figure that number out in a second. Good bit of gold. Also, you get to roll on the followers and treasure table. So who would like to roll for follower and who would like to roll for treasure?
Can I roll follower just because I'm curious?
Sure. Give me a d20. And would somebody like to roll treasure?
I'm gonna let Beth roll treasure because she likes to loot.
Beth, go ahead.
That's true. That's true.
Beth, it's
D20.
also-
Okay.
It's
Okay.
only a 6.
15.
Okay, Grace, now give me a d8. And Shoji, oh. 8. You guys have a full squad of Vreeman soldiers to accompany you to Onisher.
How many is that?
8.
Oh.
Okay.
Well,
You guys get 1d8 Vreeman soldiers, and you rolled an 8, which is a full squad. So,
nice.
so you guys, squad. And Shoji, as you guys are kind of rooting around the ruins today, looking for your next encounter, you find kind of buried under kind of a collapsed building, a magical belt.
How fun! Yay!
So you
Can I put it on?
Well, you'll have to get it identified, but
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, that's right.
sure. Yeah, you put it on.
So excited about it.
Make a wisdom saving jump. But you shouldn't just immediately put on magical items before you know what they
I know. I know, that's what's funny.
Identified.
This is the one warning you get.
Right. Noted.
Okay, cool. Question, did you want to head to kind of that area that Shoji reported with kind of the scaled humanoid figures, or did you want to kind of head off in a different direction and roll for a different encounter?
Do we want to get eaten for temporary hit points is what you're asking.
Choices! Woo!
Yay.
I'd rather the devil I know, frankly.
Sure.
Yeah, me too. I feel a little bit better
That
about
looks
that.
manageable.
Josh, can I roll some percentiles?
Yes, please. I was about to ask you to do that.
Cool.
I need a marching order.
Scouts first with Raven. Do we
Oh,
want to do same
yes.
plan?
Same
Now
strat?
let's use the eternal buddy system. Nobody goes anywhere without a person next to them.
Yes. That's a good idea.
Everybody, right? It's the triangle, right? You're one corner, your buddy is the other, and then the third is what you're in charge of scouting. But like everybody is in somebody else's sight lines at all times.
Yes.
Yep.
So the way I
So-
imagine it is that Vera and I always take like the wide part of the triangle, one on each point, sort of, and then we have Almania and Show together at the skinny part.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody go ahead and give me stealth checks. And Shoji, are you in the Raven, or are you and being led by Almania, or are you communicating?
I'll be in the Raven because wait, but we can communicate telepathically, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll be normal in show.
Okay. So no offense to any of you. Sorry, I keep losing the accent tonight. No offense to any of you, but which one of you is the loudest?
Almania, I think.
Well, no, I mean when you're walking.
Let's see.
I have a feeling it's
Oh, I
the
thought you
skinny
meant
one,
talking.
but I'm not positive.
Almania can actually be
saying.
pretty stealthy. Her new bird form is pretty quiet.
Then I'm going
Oh,
to.
you meant
I'm
as a
going-
musician.
I'm going to blessing of the trickster on Show, since she is. If she goes into the Raven, she's blind and deaf, so she would be at disadvantage then. So this way, it will cancel out.
Oh, thank you.
So you have advantage on your stealth rolls as long as you have your own senses. Otherwise, you have a straight roll.
Okay. Yay, thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Ooh,
Everybody give me a stealth roll.
right.
I already did.
So mine is with advantage now, yes?
Yes,
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it just showed you.
Oh, it's a
straight roll
straight.
for you.
but she said she wasn't in the Raven.
I'm not. Oh, that's right. And I shouldn't have disadvantage because that was only because the dex is all weird.
I'm sorry. So you're not in the Raven, correct?
No.
Okay, gotcha. So yes, you do have advantage. Almania's making a lot of noise.
Ooh.
Would somebody else like to roll for Almania and just run Almania? Because I was running Guth when he died.
Yeah, I will do that. I'm fine with that. My bard is pretty sharp after last week, so.
Okay. So you guys show your Raven kind of skating around. Give me a perception check.
I'll need access to her character sheet, though, Josh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me clear ownership. There you go. 9. Okay. Your Raven pretty quickly finds those same figures again. It looks like there are 3 of them.
Okay.
And they've moved to a different part of the river, and they're being pretty stealthy so as not to be seen. They're doing poorly.
Okay. They're doing pretty good. I like the Raven to kind of circle around the area that they are and just kind of say like, look, this is where they are.
So you guys creep up on that position through the buildings, and it's just kind of open ground ahead of you, grass, some flowers here and there, and then it just slopes down to kind of a cliff that just drops straight into the river. And these things seem to be kind of climbing up. It's only about a 10-foot drop to the river. You can see these things kind of climbing up to the top to consume fish that they've caught and whatnot. And there's currently 3 of them on the bank there.
Can I?
As you approach, Almania trips on something, goes, "Fuck, sorry, Ma," and kind of all 3 of these things kind of turn and look at you guys. They don't see Vera or Karina.
I got a natural 20.
None of you, but they're looking right at Almania. Were you going to do one more?
Oh, I was going to say, can I prepare shatter, like, as soon as I'm in range?
With a natural 1 from Almania's stealth, she's going to kind of trigger this before.
Oh, okay, you can do anything. Okay.
Like Karina and
No.
Vera are like in the buildings, just like scouting it out. Like, okay, here's how we're going to go about this. Da, 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 da. Fuck. Oh, come on. So I need initiative from everybody.
Okay. That's funny. Initiative. Oh, does the trickster thing work for initiative as well?
It does not.
No,
It is
Okay.
only for stealth.
Okay. So just a straight roll.
Wow, that's the best Karina's ever rolled for initiative. Apparently black dice like her. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Oh my gosh. This is just a low round here.
Mhm.
Can you roll for? Oh, there's Karina. Damn. Yeah, Karina's gonna go first. Where's their dex? Cool. Okay. Karina definitely goes first with a 23. Almania will go second with a 10.
Oh, I have an 11. Sorry.
Oh, you
I didn't
got
add the
an
2.
Oh, you've got +2. Got it.
Sorry.
And then what about the Raven show?
Oh, that's right.
There.
Okay.
And Vera will go last with a 6.
All right. Oh,
I'm feeling
Raven
really
is.
depressed right now.
Raven will
Oh.
go. Okay, Karina, what are you doing?
Vera's
they-
sad.
I
They
see
don't
these
see you. They
creatures,
see Almania, so you're currently hidden.
so I have advantage.
Correct.
Sweet. So I will shoot them.
From you and Vera's scouting, you can see there's one of them is definitely larger and bulkier than the others.
I'm shooting that one
Okay.
with advantage. Come on, 20. Yeah, 24.
Oh God, yes.
I'm gonna get my sneak attack in there. 17 points of piercing damage.
17.
I don't know why it said I rolled that from Almania, but whatever.
It's basically the last character sheet you clicked on that you own.
Which was
okay.
Karina's.
Your arrow, slams right into its chest, and it kind of just kind of this clicking noise at you.
Cool.
That's your action.
Bonus action, I'll hide again.
Good choice. Roll still. An excellent choice. Shoji, do you want your Raven to do anything in particular? It can't attack. Okay.
19.
Alrighty. Almania's turn.
Almania, hang on. I haven't ran her since she's not a Dragonborn. Hold on.
They're all close enough together for a fireball?
Sure, she'll do that. Dex save, please.
Seems like a thing she would do. All right. Greater 6. Oh no, they don't have any. Yeah, nope. Lesser.
So there's the first 5.
They all
Second
fail.
3.
Ugh.
12 plus 7. 19 points of fire damage.
19. Brings you to... Okay. All of these creatures are inundated with fire. And then you just hear that clicking noise, almost like a scream coming out of it. That hurt him a lot.
What is her... Oh, wild magic. That's fine.
Oh God, we haven't been rolling that at all, have we?
What is her meta magic, Josh?
I forget which one she picked. I think it was extended.
Okay, then that's fine. I was hoping I could get a cantrip out of it, but I can't. That's okay.
No, she does not have quick.
Okay. All right.
All right.
That will... And then how close are they to her?
I would say you guys probably stopped about 30 feet away from them.
Okay. She will move her full movement away from them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, there goes. Well, now it's their turn, and that screws up what they were going to do.
Good.
And you hid, so they don't see you. Vera hasn't done anything yet, so they don't see her. They see nobody except for the fleeing Almania.
Oh, shit.
Um,
Oh, this is nice because we're allowed to cuss on this channel. I'm sorry. I was on Ulysses' channel last night and I couldn't cuss.
Shoji, I'm sorry, I think I skipped your turn.
Oh,
Because you were supposed to go right before Almania. So Shoji, what did you do on your turn?
yay. I would like to, is there anything that can be damaged from shatter?
No, they're actually just kind of on an open bank, just kind of enjoying the sun and their fish.
Now let's kill them. Okay. All right. Can I get them all?
Die, monster! You don't deserve lunch. You could hit both the littler ones or the big one.
I'll hit both the littler ones.
That's just a 10-foot radius, I think. All right, con saves from them both.
10-foot radius. Let me see. What's the range? Oh yeah, I think it is a 10-foot radius. And I would like to upcast that at level 3, of course.
Okay. So go ahead and roll 4d8.
Yes. Oh.
Whew. Whew.
Maybe they don't get a turn.
Cool. Al, the force, you see it ripples their scales, and it's almost like hitting something covered in glitter as scales just go flying. Sunlight kind of shining on them, it just sparkles. It's oddly pretty.
Ooh, I would like to start running towards them, laughing.
Okay.
As the glitter comes falling. Yeah.
So they're about 30 feet from you. Are you running the full 30 feet?
I'll run like half.
15 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
You run at them
there.
and all three of them run at you.
I'm gonna die for sure.
Two of them only get 10 feet. Because I missed that. But the largest one, who does have a movement speed on land, is going to try and grab you. So I need an athletics or acrobatics check from you.
Ooh. Let's see. Acrobatics +2. Athletics is +0. All right. It's the but that's a dex. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a straight roll +2. Oh, that's an 8.
So 6 is exactly the die roll that they also rolled, but their bonus is way better than yours. So this one runs up, grabs you. That's one attack. And then it's going to try and claw you and bite you. So claw. 21 to hit, bite, 18 to hit. So you will immediately take 27 points. So actually only 19. So you'll lose all your temporary hit points, and then 19 points of, what is this? It doesn't say.
Ouch.
Piercing and slash, sure, of ouch. As it kind of rakes, it's got these webbed hands, but these long claws that it just kind of rakes across your unarmored skin. And then it's got this big underjaw, and it just bites down on you and just kind of rips back. So you are currently grappled.
Oh, wait, does that mean I have like disadvantage with certain things?
No, it
It's
just
just
means your movement speed is reduced to 0, and you'll action if you want to break out of it.
Okay.
Cool. So that's their turn. One dinner ran away, and the other one ran right at them, making some kind of weird noise. It is your turn. It definitely has show.
Yep, I am gonna. Here's an interesting question.
You are hidden, so you have advantage. Cuckoo.
Yeah, she's also within 5 feet, so yeah.
But
I'll
advantage.
shoot him. Yes, I'll shoot him.
Alrighty.
Add 7 to this, whatever it is. Ooh,
just
it was a
yes,
crit.
I knew it.
I need
I
to
crit on him.
So give me the total.
I crit on him.
It was
Oh,
a 20.
well, there you go. Cool. Oh my god.
I was like, if I say advantage, she'll roll a 20. I know it.
So this is with your crossbow, right?
Yep.
So, oh my god. So it's a d6 plus 2d6.
Yep.
So go ahead and roll 3d6, add 4, and then add 18. So it's 22 plus 3d6.
16 plus 3d plus 18.
22.
30,
So 12
so 30.
plus 22.
Cool. Well, he's bloody.
24.
It kind of jams into his jaw as he's trying to like bite down on show again, and it just kind of screams that same. It's almost like popcorn popping or something like that. Just very rapid clicks and pops. Ow!
Bonus
Oh.
action hide again.
Roll a stealth check. Meanwhile, at the top of the round, it is nope, wrong initiative order. Kurina.
Yeah, am I hidden? Sorry, with a 19?
You are, yes. They
Sweet.
failed their-
I will do advantage again then. Oh God.
Ouch.
Well, that sucked. 9.
9. Does not hit.
I didn't think so.
Yeah. Trying not to hit Shoji, you overcorrect a little bit and it goes wide.
Okay. That's fine. I'll just hide again with my bonus action.
Shoji, it's your turn. A large amphibious reptilian humanoid
And
thing
roll a 1.
is ripping and tearing at you.
Okay.
Probably not
Can I still like cast inflict wounds? Just the touch thing, right?
All grapple does is you are at 0 speed.
Oh, that's fine. All right, because with the inflict wounds, I have to be able to touch them. So
Yep.
You might as well.
yes,
So go ahead and roll your attack.
and I would like to upcast it, level 3, inflict wounds. So how many dice is that?
I mean, I guess when the rule I made was after every fight you can take a short or long rest, I shouldn't be surprised when my spellcasters are going, let's do the 3rd level slots first.
Yeah. Oh, it's so great though. A 3d10, and that's level 1.
You gotta roll the hit first.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, okay. So melee attack +7. Okay. Come on.
Oh yeah,
Yay.
definitely hits for the 23. Okay, so yeah,
Yay.
5 and 10.
Okay. Let's see. 5d10. Come on.
Maybe this is a traditional greeting amongst their people. You don't know.
It could be, you know?
30
30?
points of damage.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You kind of grab this thing's arm that's like hooked around your throat, and the necrotic energy just forces into its arm. 1 through 10, and it lets go. Cool. It definitely lets go of you. You got a movement and a bonus action.
As a bonus action, can I spit in its face? Like, can I turn around and like spit in its face?
You spit right in its face.
Yes.
Its skin accepts the moisture greedily, and you can see just that very patch, that very small patch of its scales heals a little bit and is a little less blackened from the fireball.
All
I'm
right.
not actually giving it hit points. That was just a big hint.
Yeah. That's really funny. That's really funny. I'll just smile at it, and that's my turn.
Okay, cool. Are you gonna move?
No. Can I like sidestep around so that the other two there don't have like a direct hit on me?
Sure. So it
Okay.
is still between you and the other two that are coming. Okay. Vera, your turn.
I think you skipped Almania.
I think I
Yeah.
skipped everybody else in the initiative order, including these things. Apologies.
I'll take
Almania,
it.
what are you doing?
The Almania will cast Dissonant Whispers, I think. Yeah,
On which one?
on the one that has show.
Okay. Some kind of save, wisdom.
Wisdom, yep.
He rolled a 2, and he doesn't have a +12.
Sweet. So he's going to take 3d6 psychic damage. And then he has to use his reaction to move away.
Oh, he moves away. He leaps right into the river.
Okay. Is it that close to the river, though? Because he can only move
Yeah.
his speed.
Yeah, he was on the bank of it. Okay, I was gonna say he was on the bank of it. He moved a full 30 to get to Shoji.
Yeah, you can't get in.
No, he only moved 15 to get to Shoji because she ran straight at him. So yeah, he runs back and just dives into the river.
Oh, dang. He's going to heal himself.
Um,
Okay.
all right, their turn. The remaining two are going to move 10 feet and get to an unobstructed Shoji now, and they will both take attacks. Oh, they'll both make 2 attacks. And the difference, I have to roll it like this. So, bite 1, 18. Bite 2, 13, I'm pretty sure misses. So 1 bite, 13 misses. So close. 25 to hit. So you will take 1 bite and 1 claw. So Shoji, you take another. You take another 13 points of damage. So you've taken 32 total here.
Jeez.
And oh, I'm sorry. They were gonna drag you. You take none of that damage. I rolled to hit. So they've got you, and they're about to start pulling you towards the river, but that's the end of their turn. Vera, you're up.
Okay. Well, how did they look, the 2 little ones?
Great.
Not great?
One of them is nearly dead, and the other one is pretty bloodied.
Okay. If I get up there, will I be flanking with Show, or is she on the ground, or what's going on here?
They've grappled her. She doesn't really have, but she does not have a melee weapon with which to threaten them.
She's got a mace
So-
now.
So I'll give you sneak attack,
She's got a mace now. She just got it.
which she has definitely not been using.
She's got one though.
So I'll give you sneak attack if you hit, but I'm not going to give you flanking advantage.
Okay. So I will go up to the I'll go up to the bloodied one and stab him.
All right, go for it.
18.
Yeah, that is. Is
All
this
right, so-
the really bloodied one, or just the bloodied one?
Just the bloodied one, actually. I
Okay.
want to do more damage to him.
Okay. 18
So
definitely
here's-
hits.
Here's the sneak attack. And then here's the actual damage from the knife. That plus 4.
12. So 16 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. You you run up, take your sawtooth dagger. He just kind of absent-mindedly aims a kick at you because this, weird little creature just ran at him, not very threatening, focusing on grabbing Show, and you jam it right in, like just below the buttocks, and just drag it down the leg.
Ow.
He has very little hit points. He is-
Good. I'm going
he
to
just
punch
kinda
him.
Goes down. Definitely lets go of Show. Are
Oh,
you
he let go?
He lets go. Yeah,
But he's not dead.
not dead.
I'm going to punch him.
Roll an attack.
Will do. Probably not. It's only an 11.
An 11. Okay. He is so kind of curled up around his leg, just kind of trying to hold his hamstring in. And you end up punching kind of a bunched part of his muscle. It does not appear to do damage.
Cool. Yeah, that was my bonus action.
Okay. Again, wrong initiative order. Top of the round, Karina. One of them is basically dead, and the other one is pretty close.
But there's one in the river.
There's one in the river, yes.
Cool. I'm going to hit him with guiding bolt.
So you can't really see the river
I
from
don't
this.
have to see him. It's a
Well, you-
creature of my choice within range of 120 feet.
You don't have to see somebody to hit them with guiding bolt.
It doesn't say so. It
What?
says a flash of light streaks toward a creature of your choice within range.
Do you have to make an attack roll?
Yeah. It's a
Okay.
ranged spell attack.
There is a cliff in between you and it.
Fine. All right, I will use an arrow then to shoot the one that is not quite dead, because I think Vera can finish the other one off.
A flash of light streaks towards a creature of your choice within range. 5th edition is very careful with its wording.
Mm-hmm.
So you can bend guiding bolt?
Well, it's light. It travels fast. It makes sense.
Um,
But I'm not a rules lawyer, so if you say no, I will move on.
you can't see it. So I'll let you try guiding bolt with disadvantage. Because it is technically invisible to you.
Okay.
Or you can
Sure.
shoot one of the others with your bow.
I'll just shoot one of the others with my bow. That's fine.
Yeah.
And I don't have advantage because I rolled a natty 1 on my stealth, right?
Correct. So
Okay.
this will be an actual disadvantage roll.
A disadvantage roll?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're shooting at one of these ones. Apologies.
So it's
Uh,
just a 13.
13 just hits one of these ones.
And he's engaged with one of my friends?
Yes.
Sweet.
Are you hitting the one that is on death's door or this almost one?
The almost one.
Okay. Roll damage.
So that is 12 points
Cool.
of damage.
What does it look like?
So is he one of the ones that's dragging Cho?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think my arrow just like goes right through his arm and severs his grip on my friend, and then he falls down dead.
Cool. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just goes down to the ground and bleeds out.
And I still have a bonus action.
Okay.
So I will dash with my bonus action towards the river.
Okay. You do that.
Yep.
So you can get, I think you guys were about 30 feet from the river, so you get like right, excuse me, to the edge.
Oh, if I didn't need to dash, then I still have my bonus action. I was imagining it was
that's true.
farther.
That's true.
Okay, so I'll just move my movement towards the river then.
Yep.
And with a bonus action, I will give Sho a healing word. And I'm going to be surprised when it does more than I usually see it do, because I'll go ahead and upcast that.
All right, there you go. So 2d4 plus
Plus my wisdom.
2d4 plus 2.
So you get 6 points of health back.
Right.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Shoji, I just added that to your sheet.
Thank you.
And Shoji, it's your turn now. For the second
Okay.
time in this fight, things grabbed you and then just kind of let go, screaming in pain. There is now one of them who, I mean, a stiff wind will knock him over. What would you like to do?
Am I able to use shatter without seeing the target? I mean,
So what you would have to do, Shoji, is if you want to hit the thing in the river. So first, it's about the river is about 10 feet down from the cliff, and the radius of shatter is only 10 feet.
okay.
So you could like place it at the cliff, but it would not reach underneath the water.
Okay. Okay, so if I go to the edge of the cliff and look, and then I could target it though. If I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay.
Attack of opportunity, I assume.
Is going to use its reaction to make an attack of opportunity. 16. Yep. 16 hits. So you'll take a quick 12 points of damage.
A quick 12. Okay. I'm still good. Thank you, Karina.
Okay.
That's great.
And you run to the river. Give me a quick perception check.
Okay. Oh, can I have used the bird to scout?
The bird cannot see kind of into the water, so it can tell you more or less precisely where it entered the water, but not where it currently is.
Okay. Perception? What did you say? Sorry.
Yeah, give me a quick perception check.
Okay. I see nothing.
4. You don't see it anywhere. You would be guessing when you target the spell.
I'll guess and.
Cool. Give me a D100 roll.
Oh.
And I'll say you hit it on a 15 or lower.
15 or lower.
It's a big river, and it had a whole round to go wherever it wanted.
I know how to hold around. So that's like, how fast is it in the water? Like 60 feet?
The river is about 50 feet wide. And it goes in both directions.
Well, 20-foot radius, that's 20 foot on either side.
No, it's a 10-foot radius.
I'm sorry, 10-foot radius, but that's still 20 feet on either side of that.
I'll tell you what, Shoji.
Sorry. 20 feet in the middle.
Odds or evens?
Even. No, I have a feeling odds.
Which one is it?
It's odds.
Odds. Okay. I'll give you a 50% chance.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was right. Shoji goes upriver or downriver? Upriver or downriver? Downriver.
Yes.
All right, so you're just going to roll a d10, and we'll call it on an 11. Sorry, a d20, and on an 11 through 20, you will hit him.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Shoji throws dynamite into the river essentially to see if she'll hit some fish. Roll
Hmm?
failed.
Yay! Yay!
Rolled a
And
10.
Even in the water?
Yay! Ooh.
Damn it, Shoji. Alright, 22 points of damage. Yeah, cool. Okay, yeah, it's like dynamite went off in the water, and you're like, I can't blow up buildings. They didn't say anything about the river. So just this geyser of water goes flying up, and you can see there's definitely like blood there. That's kind of this black cloud that goes flying up with the water itself. No body floats to the surface.
Ooh, okay. But can I remember that spot and like try to use the flow of the river for next time? And use the bird to indicate, like to have the bird follow where I think that is. I don't care if it gets killed, I'll just summon another.
I'm gonna assume that between Almania, Almania's the only one left. Sure. Almania is 45 feet away from this scrag because she just kind of booked it in the other direction.
Oh, she did. Yeah.
Hang
So
on.
there's one scrag left who's really, really injured.
She will viciously mock him.
Wisdom save?
Yep.
For the record, we have been so mean to these little water creatures. They were having breakfast.
Hey, we just lost a party member. We gotta take it out some way.
I know.
He succeeds. Does she have anything else to do 1 damage to him?
Oh shoot. Yeah, it doesn't take anything if he succeeds. I don't
I'll
think
just kick
so.
him.
Hang on.
All right. This one full dashes into the river.
No, he doesn't. I get an
Vera
attack of
gets an attack
opportunity on him.
Oh, Vera gets an attack of opportunity.
Well,
She
if I
will
hit him,
inspire Vera with her bonus action.
it's an 18 to hit him.
Yeah, cool. How do you kill it as it kind of gets up, clutching its ruined leg, and runs for the river?
I, Three Stooges style, just stick out my foot and trip him, and he just lands slap on the ground.
This is after Almania just told him what a stupid wine baby he was.
Yeah. Alright, you trip him, and he kind of goes headlong. His head like smashes into a rock, and he just bleeds out on the ground. Oh my god. Shoji, if you'd like to blow your last 30,
Yes.
he's downriver, so I'll give you another 50-50. Give me a d20 roll.
Okay.
Oh. Your shatter goes off, but you were kind of like, all right, hold, I know, and you triggered it, and you actually end up blowing up a part of one of the bridges that goes across the river. Now, the one nearest you, all but one of these bridges is already cut and broken, so you're pretty sure they won't notice. You're hoping they won't notice.
Sorry, Josh, but
Yeah.
Karina would have still had a turn before her show.
That's right. That's right.
Did
And
you
she
want to try
moved
something?
to the edge of the cliff. So can I now see where this personage is? Although the
You
spell
guys
doesn't say I have to see.
Correct. I'm gonna give you disadvantage though because you cannot see it, and because light it's pure light and it gets refracted in water.
Okay. Sure. All right. I'm going to do it anyway. Nine.
Not quite. So that one,
Okay.
that one manages to escape.
All
You're
right.
pretty sure it's not coming back.
That's
um,
good.
But so you've kind of fulfilled the job. You will not get the money for that one. But you will get 200 for these ones, and we'll go ahead and wrap up here with our follower and treasure rolls for the day.
Cool.
So who would like to roll followers?
I would like to roll followers if that's okay with everyone else.
All right,
Go
Karina,
for it.
give me a D20 roll.
8.
Cool. Give me a D10 roll.
Okay. 10.
You guys have 2 squads of Remans
Yes.
That's like 2 people.
plus two extras.
Wait, but the question is,
18.
how many of them are like amenable to my particular brand of indoctrination?
Like, how many of them will listen to you about your deity?
Yeah.
We'll find out next time.
Okay.
And who would like to roll on the treasure table?
Go for it, Show. You're a good looter.
Really?
Roll a
Yeah.
D20.
How fun. Oh, thank you. Thank you. 楽しすぎ。どうかな。
Oh. As you guys kind of search around this area, you find a large war axe that is definitely magical,
Oh.
and 2,330 gold, kind of
Woo!
in a chest that was kind of buried into the foundations of one of the buildings.
Yes.
Nice roll.
よかった。That's
Also,
so good.
for the record, guys, we are now fitting 22 people on the boat that is designed for 15.
So here's the thing.
Some of them are small, right?
I am.
Comfortably, right?
If you guys take some more fights, you will you can basically like see who else you get, because there's a lot of different people on this list, and be like, sorry guys, like, we really appreciate it, but we don't need your squad. We'll take, these people. So if you guys want to keep going with this,
Right.
you've got more chances to get different followers. So you guys drag kind of the 2 fish creatures that you guys killed back to the camp, collect your pay, including the minus 1,000 from your initial kind of to pay off the debt to Callista. So far in Mindanathil, you guys have earned, hold on. Uh, 5,180 gold
Wow.
is your current total.
Dang.
Well, I guess you earned about 2,000 of that, and you guys just found a chest worth another 2,000.
Yay.
Whoops.
Very nice.
No.
Are we just gonna put all of that in Jeeves, or are we gonna divvy it out?
For now, I've just been putting it in Jeeves. So, when you guys get those items identified,
Not to be a square, but because Karina has her own agenda, can Karina's be put in Karina's sheet?
sure, I will add that in a moment.
Okay.
What was I going to say? Shoot. Oh, when you get those 2 items identified, Shoji, the belt adds +1 to your dexterity.
Ooh.
That does not, it does require attunement, and it does not stack with anything else that adds on to your dexterity.
Okay.
And the axe is a +1 war axe, and as a bonus action, you can cause it to shed 10 feet of bright light for an hour.
Guth would have
Ooh.
liked that.
Nice. Vera, would that be useful in your sneaky sneaks? The belt?
The I actually already have a belt that I'm attuned to that I really like.
Oh.
So if you want to keep that, I'd say go ahead. Or to our other roguey rogue here.
I'm good.
Oh, yeah.
You're currently
Well,
all using light armor. So that would add. If
would it?
you shifted your dex to an even number, then it would add 1 to your armor class, essentially.
Oh,
At
okay,
this
I like that.
moment, yeah, at this moment it doesn't. I would say you take it, show, if that increases your
Are you
armor
sh-
class. Yeah,
Mhm.
because
Wait, does that... Oh.
So it only works though if your base score. So it doesn't increase your modifier, Beth. It increases your base. So if your base is odd,
Oh.
then it will increase your modifier. But if your base is already even, it won't do anything for you.
Oh, yeah, my base is even. I'm at a 14, so yeah, anybody whose base is at odd, dozo.
And you guys are welcome to sell anything you don't want to the Legion. Okay.
Well,
You guys drag the bodies back. You get your items identified, and you get ready for the next day. Yeah. Quick poll. Do you guys plan on taking your 18 legionaries and making a break for it, or are you sticking around?
I might need Mary's opinion because I want to know how passionate she is about the ziggurat. Yeah.
We'll open up next time in kind of roughly the same fashion. We'll start kind of around the fire the night before a day. So we'll go ahead and end there then. Thank you so much for joining us for another primarily battle episode. We hope to see you again next week. Sorry, I'm thinking about Guth now.
When it gets even worse, when Josh breaks the new snick.
Next Friday as it gets even worse. But in the meantime, join Becca and crew on Monday at 6:30 for Horror on the Orient Express, where they play Call of Cthulhu. Follow and subscribe to our Twitch and YouTube channels, or visit us at iconicproduction.wordpress.com. You can discover our full lineup of podcasts and other live actual play. God, that phrase. Shows like this one. Or support us on Patreon. Thank you so much. Until next week, we hope you stay happy, healthy, and safe.